since January. We started off really slow, just doing like one show a week. And then we started doing tons of auction shows a week. And now I'm doing a ton of reseller shows. So I'm always doing something different because I have ADHD and I'm constantly changing things. Yeah, so we've been doing this for a while now, but we've had some great shows. We have had some horrific shows. I think our worst show we had, we were on for like 2 hours. I think I sold two items. I think it might have been two. It was bad. I mean, they happen. Like I said, we have shows without sound. Oh, we've done it all. We've done it all. So yeah, you just got to keep pushing. We talk about this all the time on here about people got to trust you, right? People buy people, people don't buy products. That's one of the things we talk about a lot on here. And along kind of in that same idea is people have to trust you as the product. So the more that they get to know you, the more they get to see you, the more they see you doing regular shows, because I think here's what's happened in this world right now. There is so many scammer. Oh, thank you, honey. There are so many scammy whammy people out there right now that unfortunately, because of that, it has just, people have just been burned. Has anybody in here ever been burned by getting scammy whammied from something? And not even just on here, like anywhere, Justin says me, us, like anybody in here. So you guys are going to start seeing hands roll up. People are going to say me, me, me. And so because of that, people have to be able to trust you. And so they got to get to know you. They need to get to know your personality. They need to see you doing this enough times that they're like, oh yeah, I remember Kemet. Oh yeah, I remember this person. Oh yeah, I remember that person. And then they'll start purchasing from you. I promise. I super pinky promise. Thanks, thanks, JH. I was told prices too high, but pottery prices are rare, so I priced accordingly. Do not, do not, don't you ever listen to people tell you your prices are too high. Price is what you pay, value is what you get. Price is what you pay, value is what you get. If your stuff is worth money, you do not need to run it for a low price. I always say, start it off at the price where if you let it go for that price, you'll be like, okay, I'm okay. I'm not going to throw up. I'm not going to freak out. I'm okay with that price. And if that means you got to run that sucker 10 times before it sells for that price, great. And here's the other thing. There are people that like to go in and just buy only expensive things. There are people on this app that if they go into a room and it's dollar starts, they leave because they don't think it's going to be high quality. Then you've got your people that will only pay $1 for items. It's going to be all over the board. So price is what you pay, value is what you get. Imperfectly perfect, you are perfect. Don't you let anybody tell you you're not. Just one more chapter says me. My second one was a shite show. It happens. I've seen someone sell $400 in their first show. Perfect. They're amazing. Who is that person? They're a magical unicorn. Brittany Walker, I see you coming in here. Hey, girl. Penis lover. Welcome. And Katie is here. I'm feeling better. Glad I'm not the only one. Oh, you are not, my friend. You are not. Yes, the poster show. Oh my God. Yes. So just one more chapter is reminding us of our poster show. That was a diabolical disaster. Like, not only did the posters not really sell for anything, but we had done the shipping completely wrong. So we lost a ton of money. I think we actually may have gone negative in that show. So yes. Yay! We've all done it. Revolving closets. Welcome to the party. Jarhead says, one suggestion, don't worry about what others do. Exactly. Gots to do you. I did my first show and quit 30 minutes in. It was $20. Keep grinding, y'all. Allah's here. Good morning, my loves. Mel is here. Great to see you. Yep, phone chargers never showed up. Yep. I bought, you guys, I think the most scammy thing I ever got was I bought a cart. Okay, so back a few years ago when I very first was going to start reselling. So I was buying stuff at garage sales. I wasn't really listing it, but I was sourcing. One of the things I thought would make my life easier is if I saw it advertised on Facebook. It was like this little push cart thing, and then it had a cart that sat on top of it, and you could take it off to like go shopping in the store or whatever, and then put it back on the cart. And I was like, oh, that'd be so great for the house. So I ordered it, and it didn't come, and it didn't come, and it didn't come, and it didn't come. And I messaged the company. I'm trying to get my money back. You know, it's a Facebooky thing. So, of course, it was a scammy thing. And I'm going back and forth. I'm going back and forth. I can't get, they keep just sending me these generic, like, don't worry, customer, your order's on its way. I'm like, oh, boy. I got it in the mail. I got it in the mail. It was a shopping cart. It was this big. It was a tiny little kid's toy with like a bunch of like Chinese writing on the outside. I couldn't even tell what it said. It was hot pink. It was definitely not what I had ordered. And I tried to, I tried to turn them into Facebook. I did all that. I mean, what are you going to do? So it happens. So they have to know. That's why people keep coming to your shows to like test you out, because they got to know you're not going to send them a little kid shopping cart. Happy Monday. Um, do not let chat dictate. Yeah, never let the chat dictate your prices, guys. Price is what you pay, value is what you get. I found a pair of 98 Levi's today. Yeah, Britt. Right up on in my wheelhouse. You know I love them Levi's. Congratulations. Amy's great to see you. JH says, yeah, I've seen sellers get kiosked saying, oh, are you kidding me? You're stealing this from me. I'm like, why did you start it so low? Yes, if you have to say, if you are in your shows and you're like, you guys are stealing from me, and you're not, every once in a while it's funny to say it. Like, I'll say, like, you stole that from me, yarg, you dirty pirate. Like, but we're doing that for fun, right? But if you actually, if you're in a room and someone's saying that, then that person has made their prices too low. Like, if you physically are feeling like you have to say something and you're upset about it, then that's on you as the seller. That's not on the customer. If I go into a store and I walk into Wally World and they're selling flat screen 80-inch TVs for $3 and I buy one, Walmart can't be like, no fair, you bought that TV for $3. That was supposed to be $3,000. And you're like, hey, that's what you had it priced at, right? Kim says, that's what I'm struggling with right now, price. Someone said dollar starts and lose money, and someone else said charge is smart. I mean, opinions are like armpits. Everyone has them. They generally stink. This is how I feel about dollar starts. If you have the inventory to do dollar starts and you're trying to clear stuff out, like we did a raid train on Saturday, so I don't do dollar starts hardly ever, but I had some items that had like a little spot, or I had items that were like, I just don't want to list these. I have an overabundance right now of items. I have way too much stuff to list and not enough hours in the day to do it. And so for me, I don't mind letting some of that stuff go. If it goes for $1, I'm great. I'm like, please take it. I don't need any more of this stuff. I mean, I think we sold women's a pair of Levi's for $1. Like, whatever's got to happen at that point is great. If you're doing it for that reason. If you're doing it because you think it's the only way to get people to come in your show, then that's not true. I guess you have to ask yourself the question this, and this is a personal question that each of you have to ask your own self. It's a would I rather. Would I rather sell this stuff for $1 in hopes that I can get some followers, lose money on it, but be okay with that? Or would I rather start it at $10 or 5 or 20 or whatever you're starting it at, and have the followers come in, maybe one dot slower, but not sell it for those cheap prices? Because here's the other thing to think about, and this is a little smarketing, I call it smart marketing. If you are only getting people into your shows that are coming because you're doing dollar starts, then those are people that want to buy things for $1. Do you want all of your shows to be people that all want items for $1? I don't. We did dollar starts. We got burned a lot. Now, again, my situation is I have an overabundance of items. I probably have 2,000 items right now waiting to be listed. So I'm okay with letting that stuff go from time to time for inexpensive, but I don't do it all the time. We had that free people thing, shirt, dress that sold. We started it at 30. I was like, this is a $65 or $70 dress. I am not starting it for anything less than that. So here you go. Right? So don't be afraid to stick to your guns on that. I saw someone list the same water bottle in 5 shows in a row. It just sold last night. Exactly. The other thing to think about, how many people in here sell elsewhere, like the Bay or Poshy, Depoppers, or Karime, any of that? Who else in here sells elsewhere? So you'll know that you get like watchers on your items, right? You get looks. People are looking at your items on your platforms. You can see that. You can see how many views it has. You have stuff that may get 7,000 views, 10,000 views before it sells. Well, same thing with Whatnot. But on Whatnot, you're seeing how many people are there in the room. When it's on the Bay or whatever, it's passive. You're not noticing it. I mean, how many times is this shirt here that I've got that we're going to take photos of today? How many times is that going to have to be seen by someone to buy it on the Bay? Probably 3,000. And then someone's going to buy it, right? So don't be upset if that item doesn't sell in your show. It just means that you didn't have enough people in there and there wasn't the right person for that. I mean, when we're marketing to people on the Bay, we're marketing to billions of people, right? Whereas when you're marketing on Whatnot, it's kind of the difference between like one mom and pop restaurant or owning McDonald's. Owning McDonald's is like the Bay, right? You've got a McDonald's in every city, you've got multiple McDonald's in every single city. So you got multiple people that can come to it, multiple opportunities, right? But a mom and pop restaurant, Floyd's a mom and pop sandwich shop, it takes a while for them to build up that rapport, and they got to find the right people that just happen to be looking for a sandwich. So I hope that makes sense. Difton, welcome in. Just one chapter says, also honor your mistake. I accidentally listed a $10 item for $1. Yeah, and that is true. Guys, that's such a good point. If you accidentally run something for $1 and it sells, yo, that's on you. Now, if you have the customer say, hey, it's fine, I understand it was a mistake, and they initiate that, and they're like, if you want to rerun that, I'm cool with it. I see that it was a mistake. But if that customer legitimately is excited that they got a good deal, you got to go with that, boo. We had that happen. So I used to own a salon years ago, and I had someone new come in and they were helping with the pricing. And at the time, we had one of those like little price guns things. Well, it was supposed to be like, let's say $11 for a product, but they had forgot to put 2 zeros on the end. So it looked like it was $1.10 for a whole bunch of these products, all this label M stuff. And I wound up having to sell it. People coming to the register. I mean, we caught our mistake probably by, I don't know, the end of the day or something. But at the end of the day, it was like the gal that was doing the reception work is like, are you supposed to be selling this for this? And I was like, okay, well, we just had $300 in shampoo walk out today. But what are you going to do? It is what it is, right? Totally welcome in. Deals is here. Great to see you. Amy, great to see you. I always know my break even price, the price I want and in between. Price I want in the buy it now and in between on the live shows. I love that. Kimmit. Yes, you're so welcome. Lazy, great to see you. Yeah, look at all these guys. It takes the right buyer for the item. Exactly. I mean, that's the thing too, especially for those of you that are kind of doing like a niche market. So if you're doing pottery or you're doing like, you sell kitschy decor, but you only sell kitschy decor that has like animals in it. It usually has a pink palette and this and that, and there's all these other little caveats. That's amazing because guess what? There's thousands and thousands of people looking for those items, but they got to find your room. So the more niche down you are, the longer it could take to sell that item, but you're probably going to get a higher price for it because it is a niche item, if that makes any sense. Carly, welcome in. All right, you guys. Okay, so y'all, we did our thing on Saturday. We had that amazing raid train, right? And we had people buy the dog treats. And Jack came in multiple times to remind me that people had come in with the dog treats. And we got off the stream, and the two little pups are literally sitting on the carpet next to where we do the our show. He's licking my leg right now, and they had like tears in their eyes because we had not fed them the treat. So he has been waiting in this room 2 days. He's been waiting in here for 2 days for this to happen. So, ready? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh my God. Oh my God. So we need to tag some people in here. All right. Just one more chapter, or whoever is in here. Would you guys tag the following people? Moneybags Reseller, Dizzy Karma, and Thrifty ATX. Will somebody please tag those 3 people for me immediately so that we can do this situation? They've been waiting 2 freaking days. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I could not believe I forgot. Well, I mean, it was crazy. We sold like, how many items? I think we went through, what, honey, 30 something items in like 25 minutes. So for me, that's really fast. Okay, here we go. So we've got our treats. This is going to be from Moneybags Reseller. This one is from Dizzy, oi, oi, oi. The 30 minutes does fly by. And this one is from our girl, Thrifty ATX girl. Here we go. Ready? Oops, one fell. She's getting an extra one. Here we go. Ready? Let's go shopping and buy that boy a treat. Let's go shopping and get him something sweet. Oh, there we go. There we go. Look at it. He says, 2 days, you guys. I waited 2 days for those. And the tail. Yes, I know. He tried to tell me the whole show, too. I could not believe I forgot that. Well, we just ran out of time. I mean, it was crazy. All right, so here is this. Let's do this one here. Here we go. All right, she says, brother and I have been waiting so patiently. So we've got Moneybags Reseller, Dizzy Karma, and Thrifty ATX. Let's get this pinned as well. And here we go, guys. Here we go. I was the crazy chicken lady. Let's go shopping and get this girl a treat. Let's go shopping and get her something sweet. Jack, there we go. There we go. She says, thank you so much. We waited for days for Mama to give us the treats. Oh my goodness. All right, hop down, mister. Watch out, Mama's butt's coming in. Okay, thank you. Oh my goodness, you guys. Yeah, the crazy chicken is right up there too. The crazy chicken's living up there now. All right. I also want to thank everybody that bought gift cards. So we'll be running these this week. Now, I will go ahead and I will put some more in the chat here, probably tomorrow or Wednesday, to get more sponsored gift cards. So our sponsored gift cards, all the money goes to y'all in here. So we will be drawing one today. We will be drawing one from Cindy Lou 92. We love her and she loves you. So, oh honey, can you put a followers giveaway in there too? So we'll be doing a followers giveaway a little bit later on today, so that somebody can get some $5. And so what we do is on our show, we don't just say thanks for doing the giveaway. Your name gets up here on here for the entire week. So we talk about you. There's this Suburban Bish. We talk about you and we ask each other to follow these guys. So these are people that are doing, here's Meg Eclectic. Meg's got a show tonight. I mean, I hate to tell y'all to go because you're all going to bid up against me. But Meg's trying to clear out space. So she's got like tons of amazing, I think she's doing vintage 70s clothes tonight, which is like literally like, hello. And she does like $1 starts, you guys. So I would definitely check that out. Bidding, welcome in. So glad the puppies could overcome their hunger. I know, they're starving. By the way, for those of you that follow me on Insta or TikTokies, I did put a video up today. Go into it. It says we forgot the kids. I think you're gonna like it. It was, and this one's cool because it was Justin's idea. He's like, oh my God, I know what you should do for a video. So he helped put that one together as well. Dana, welcome in. Tracy, why not? My goodness. Jamie Robb, welcome to the adventure. Suburban Bitch, that is your name. Oh, did you see it? Just one more. You saw the video? I had to do it with the Sarah McLaughlin. You had to. Y'all know those videos. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. What else do we got going on? So we need to do our accountability, which my notebook is, I think, in the other room. This is how prepared I am today. But I can tell you off the top of my head, how do we do? So right now, what we're trying to do is we're basically doing like this grind, right? We're like trying to get up listings every day, except the weekends. So the weekends is more for me for family stuff, but then also, prepping for the next week, sorting through hauls, connecting with people I'm getting stuff from, inventory, cleaning my house, spot treatment, sewing on buttons, did play some Tony Hawk on Friday because I needed to unwind, or Saturday. So anyways, all of that being said, it was a great weekend. I definitely just chilled yesterday. I was exhausted after 5 full days last week, and then we did our raid train on Saturday. I rode that train, choo-choo, all freaking day. So I started it at 8:30 in the morning. I worked all day and listened and watched it. We went and ran errands and went to the dollar store to get stuff for the show. And then I did our show, and then we watched the whole rest of the show, and everybody did so good. Maurice! What are you doing in here, God? Great to see you. Good morning, sir. Yeah, so it was a great weekend. We sold, I think, 26 items this weekend between the Bay, Poshy, Depoppers, or Karime. And then we sold like 20, I think, or something like that on maybe 15 on the Whatnot show. So, I did use the song. Of course I use the song, Jarhead. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, you got to follow me over on the social medias. So go to my it's on Insta or Tiki, but there's my Tiki Taki, and it's this one right here. I don't want to play it live and spoil it, but I just put that up, and it is I thought I was like, people are gonna get it. Just one more chapter says I love your reels. Thank you. Baby Huey. Baby Huey, Mama want donut. I had my first kolache. Did I say it wrong? I said it wrong. This weekend, and it was really good. It was like this little like bun thing with a little mini hot dog thing in it, which normally I wouldn't eat either of those things, but I tried it and it was good. And then the other one was like a Louisiana one. It had like it had like boudin in it, and it was like, oh, that was really tasty. That was so good. Yeah, first time. Well, I don't eat a lot of bread, and so I don't eat a lot of carby stuff. I also did have spaghetti this weekend though. So I went a little off the deep end. I don't really make donuts, but I'm sure I could. Baby Huey, I want a donut. God dang it. Now I want a donut. One of those long boys with the Bavarian cream.
It's right down the street.
No, it's not. Don't do it. Don't do it, Justin. It's dangerous. I have no self-control. Just one more chapter says you need to treat yourself. You need to treat yourself. Yeah, so I think we sold like 26 items. Now, are you guys interested?
What else do you need from me? While I'm here.
About 100 things.
Oh, fuck.
At least.
That was a mistake.
At least 100 things. Do we have the new names up here? There you go. I knew there would be something you could do, Justin. Justin! All right. Do we have, I know, the Bavarian cream long boys are the bomb, and they fill it with cream at this donut shop down the street from us. They're such jerks because it's so good, and they fill it, it's made to order filling. So like they have the long boys there, right? With all the like yummy chocolate frosting on the top, but like real chocolate. And then they fill it right there. So they put the little thing in and fill it. So what it does is it leaves the end that it pushes through. It's in the center. So you get to the middle of this Bavarian cream, and not only is it Bavarian cream, but it's the end of the donut as well. And then it's all like, freak out. It's so good. Jarhead, that's how a place in Arlington went to do it. Yeah, it's still to order. So good, so good. Oh my gosh, did I just see a master keywords list? Did I just see a master keywords list? Who was that? Moneybags Resell. Hey, Moneybags, if you want to get that master keywords list today and you don't want to have to wait for the QR code to come in the mail, just send me a message here on Whatnot with your Gmail address, and Justin will make sure he gets it out to you today. For those of you that don't know what the master keywords list is, this is our keywords list that we use to sell all of our products. So we sell a lot of stuff online, you guys. We sell stuff about as fast as we can get it. And so we use keywords in our descriptions so that the search engine can find our listings and push it out. I used to be in marketing. That's what I did for a living. I did search engine optimization marketing. I did digital marketing. I help companies push out their products, especially for hard to advertise products, because for whatever reason there's restrictions within their communities. I never know how to say stuff without it sounding like totally sus, but anyways, so I helped companies that had a hard time getting their stuff pushed out for a million different reasons. And so there's a lot of like little tricks and things you can do, and one of the biggest tricks you can do now with AI is keywords. And because it's the Wild West right now, it's for the same reason that you guys are getting advertised stuff that your family and you just talked about. And then all of a sudden you get advertised things that's kind of like that. And you're like, how did they know I was interested in that? Because it all goes off of like a keyword algorithm now. So a question about the master keywords list. When you guys updated, you guys send out an email? Yes. So whenever we update the master keywords list, like Justin updated it last week, you'll get an email pushed out to you that says, hey, it's Charity, nice comps, and we just added new keywords in, and we added new aesthetics in, and then you'll get an email to tell you that, and then on top of that, in the form, it'll be highlighted in yellow. So whatever is the new stuff, so that you guys can copy and paste that section into your notes or like update your notes, that is there. And then thanks to Green Thrifty Life, we now, when you click on the keyword, it will also take you over to Google so that you can see what that aesthetic looks like for those of you that maybe don't know what specific aesthetics are. So add another thing to Justin's list. You know it, baby. You're so welcome. Oh my, there's only 5 stickers left. Is that the green ones? Whoa, that's the end. Oh my gosh. And I don't have any more of these. This is it. This is all the ones I have. 5 of our green haired stickers. If you want to get these before your girl ends up changing her hair color here in a little bit, this is it. This is the time. Jarhead bought one Saturday. Yeah! So every time we come out with a new hair color, stickers get released. The blue ones are completely sold out. I don't have any more of those. The pink ones, we had ordered more. I think those are halfway gone. So if you guys want, I see the votes for colors already. If you guys want a sticker here, Justin designs these. So it's kind of something fun and cool. Helps to support the stream. And it's just something fun, right? Majestic Way, welcome in. Great to see you. Yeah, thanks you guys for all the sticker purchases and stuff. I really appreciate all that. It definitely warms my heart that you guys want to take a little piece of us home. So, okay. All right. Let's see. What else do we need to do this morning? Oh, we got stickers to hang up. We got stickers. Jarhead, I wanted to buy one of your stickers on Saturday, and I don't think you have any available right now, if I am correct on that. So I think it said like more coming soon or something like that. So we have, oh, you sent me one? Oh, awesome. Oh my God, when did you send it? Like you sent it a long time ago and I haven't seen it, or like you sent it recently? Because if you sent it a long time ago, I didn't get it. Lady C, welcome in. Okay, so is it the pitifulness? Oh my gosh, Justin's got the gate up. The pitifuls are behind the gate waiting for, the next treat purchase. So pitiful.
Do you need anything else before I get started on shipping with you?
You have so much shipping to do. You literally are going to live in that room today.
I've been living in that room.
Yeah. All those shoes, I don't think any of them were over 100. So even the leather boots, just make sure you wrap them and maybe put a little cardboard on top and bottom. And then I don't think there's anything else weird. So I believe in you. Justin has so much. You guys, that man is going to be shipping until like 9 o'clock tonight. We keep him busy. Okay. Other things here. We've got people's stickers. So this is our friend Amy Perrin. If somebody wouldn't mind tagging Amy, she is such a cool chick. She sells really, really neat stuff. Very artistic, very cool person. So Amy, you are going up on the wall here. And let's get her up here. All right, here we go. All right, Amy's going up here. She's going to go up here next to Frenchie. So Amy, you're up here next to Frenchie's vault. And then we've got our friend Vinyl Canyon. Vinyl, are you here today? If somebody can tag Vinyl in here. Cindy Lou here, our friend, is actually going to be we're going to be giving away her sponsored gift card today, you guys. So everyone give a big thank you to Cindy in advance for whoever wins that. We'll go ahead and run that in a little bit. So Vinyl Canyon, if you are here, we're getting your sticker hung up today, my love. And then got another one here. Give me a second. I got to get my fingers to work this morning. We're warming them up. Yeah, Vinyl Canyon is amazing. Have you guys been to any of Vinyl's shows, you guys? She is so creative. She does like first of all, she does like different pictures on old records, but she does like a ton of other really cool art pieces. So if you guys get a chance to check her out, she is amazing. So we're gonna put Vinyl here next to Amy. And then we have our good friend, Pixie Dust Treasures. This chick is rad. She does reseller support shows too. So if you guys are a newer seller, and what I really like about Pixie is when I do these, I'm all over the place, you guys. I don't have a plan. We never know what we're going to talk about on this show. You know, this is the shite show because that's who Charity is as a person. There's nothing organized about my life. And so, but what I love about Pixie is that she does organize shows where it's like, okay, today we're going over this. And she'll go like, she's got a notebook. She'll go like deep dive into all the little things. So that is definitely a follow. For sure. Yeah. Jarhead, I can tell you and I are so much alike. Like, you're just so much like me. Like, your brain thinks like mine, just like so like crazy all over insanity. Like, I love that. Okay. So we're going to get, if somebody didn't, I don't know if anybody tagged her yet, but go ahead and get her tagged if we can. Pixie Dust Treasures. There is her name right there. So great person. She does great shows too. But for a lot of y'all that are in here this morning, you're probably resellers. And so she does all the reselling shows. Let's see. We're going to get her. I think we'll do here. Let's see. I want to snuggle everybody in. We'll do one. We'll do it like here. And then that way there's also space for somebody here. So she's next to our friend Alla, who I think is in here. Alla's great. Does like horror dolls and toys and comic book stuff. Really neat stuff. Got Bearded, Junkie Punky. So many great people up there. Just love you guys so much. So Tanya, welcome in. Yeah, her notebook show was great. Yes, agreed. Can you talk faster, please? It's Monday. Let's freaking go. Heart-centered. Can I talk any faster? Are you sure you want that? I don't think you understand. When it really gets going and it gets crazy and insane, you just never know what's going to happen. And I sound like the guy from the Micro Midi Machines. Wacky inflatable arm flailing tube guy. Wacky inflatable arm flailing tube guy. I, Al Harrington from Wacky inflatable arm tube guys. In Wikipedia. I sent it for your pup treats purchase. Perfect. Awesome. Jarhead. You got a space up here waiting for you then. Amazing. Yeah, thanks, guys. I know, heart-centered. Oh, I know you and your brain. Your brain thinks I like my brain. Okay, perfect. There's that. All right, accountability. I asked this, but I don't know if anybody answered. Did you guys want to know what sold this week? For those of you that are resellers, do you guys want to know what sold this weekend between Saturday and Sunday so that you can kind of know what's selling? Yes, you guys want to do it. Okay. All right, let's do it. So we've got, let's take a look here. Looks like we've got 12 items sold on the Bay. And then there's one, it says new offer. I actually accepted it, but the person's payment failed. So I'm just waiting for them. Yeah, let's see what's hot. Okay, so here's what's currently selling on the platforms. So we've got a pair of Nike shoes. So these are the ones that we cleaned up on Wednesday. Those are the ones that I use the heat gun that we recommend on. And that heat gun gets rid of all the creases and stuff. So they look really new. So those sold for $20. Little pair of women's Nikes, just simple runners. A really random thing that I totally forgot was even in here. I forgot this was even listed, you guys. If you notice the bars on the side, because back in the day when I took this picture, I didn't know that everything had to be in a 1:1 ratio. So that is how long that thing's been listed. And it sold for $3.98. Apple adapter of some sorts. Anyways, I forgot that was even there. Because when I first started, guys, I would literally sell anything. Because I knew I needed reviews and I needed purchases. I needed people to buy from me so that people would see that I was a legitimate store. And so I was selling $2 items, $1 item. What do you need to buy? Like, just to be able to do that. So that's probably one of those things I listed back then. All right. Next up is a lot of people snooze on this brand and it seems to sell for me, and that is Nautica. Now, all of this being said, again, everyone is different. Everyone takes pictures differently. Everything is different, but I sell a lot of men's clothing and I do a lot of button ups. And Nautica, I can usually get anywhere between like 15 to 25 for, just depending on what it is. So that was a little Nautica. So you just want to make sure if you're getting that kind of stuff, though, always think about your like cost of goods or COG. How much am I paying for this? Is it worth picking up? Because if you see a Nautica shirt for $10, you should not be picking it up because it's not going to sell for enough for it to be worth it. US Liquidation, welcome into the party. His and hers is here. Revenant, great to see you. All right, next up is a bottle of vintage Victoria's Secrets perfume. And this one sold for $80. I picked that up at a garage sale for like 50 cents. I think we took pictures of that. I think we put that up last week, didn't we? And then we've got, as always, a nice little pair of men's Levi's. Now, anytime you get into these Levi's and they're newer, as in like 2019, the newer men's Levi's, unless they're like relaxed fit or like the dark denim or like they've got some hold to it, they don't sell for as much as the older ones. And the reason being is because the older ones were 100% cotton. The newer ones, they have a lot of elastane. And so what happens with these is they can get kind of warbly and wobbly. So they just don't sell as well. They don't hold up. I mean, nothing is like it used to be, right? So these sold for $10.80, and I'm just happy for them to be finding a new home. They also were really small, as a 29-inch waist, which is tiny. Okay. Next up, we've got Beyblades. I picked this up at a garage sale in a free pile. So this is like a little Beyblades stadium of some sorts where Beyblades go darting around in there. So we got that one. Next up is, I got this in a lot of clothes. So I basically got it for free, but it's just a little Under Armour workout men's shirt that sold for $9. And then of course, video games. I always sell those. This is a PlayStation 3. It did not have the case, so it sold for $5. But I get video games, when I buy video game lots, I try to get them super hella cheap. The only ones I'll ever pay up for is like PS5 or like old Nintendo or PS2. But PS3 and a lot of PS4 stuff, I buy it. I just don't get it if it's really expensive. And Xbox games have to literally be like 25 cents or I don't pick them up. Okay, next up is a little Western brand. Now, this Western brand is not a super hot one, and I believe this shirt actually has a spot on it, but it sold for $6.75. So all these little sales too, I never think of them as money makers, but I do think of them as bumping my algorithms up. So when you sell, I don't know if you guys know this, but when you sell an item on a platform, it sends a message to the data, basically, that you have a store that people are interested in buying from. And so it just bumps you up a little bit on the like how you doing kind of list. And so have you ever noticed it happens on Poshy? You'll sell one item and then you'll sell three back to back on Poshy. Has anyone ever noticed that? It happens on other apps, but Poshy you can really notice it on. So all those little ones help the next sale. Next up is a 90s Dutch Harbor Adidas little zip up jacket that sold for 14. A pair of Brooks Ghost running shoes. These ones had a weird little tackiness by the top there for some reason. And so I'm like, let's just get these sold. Next up is a PS5 game for $11.70. And that's everything that sold this weekend on the Bay. Then over on the Poppies, let's see what we got over there. We sold 4 items over on the Poppies. We sold a pair of women's mountain hiking boots, and we just watched those last week. We sold a pair of Born calf shoes, and we sold those last week. Let me see if I can tell you what they sold for. So it looks like the Born sold for like around 60. I think it was like 58, and the hiking shoes sold for 42. And then we've got this little Naruto shirt. I think it sold for 16 after the fees. I'll make 14 on that. I got that in a lot for like $1. And then last but not least on the Poppies is this like kind of crazy long sleeve bandana shirt, and that sold for 25, and I get 23 on that. And then we've got Poshy. Let's take a look at Poshy. I hope no one's getting bored by this. You guys said you were interested, so okay, so on Poshy, we've got a pair of 1992 Levi's, and those sold for $22. Small size again. Those smaller sizes, 30s, 32s, those are always a harder sell. Next up is a pair of Salomon shoes. I had never heard of these before. And those sold for 42. Like, it's just a pair of men's running shoes. Salomon, I guess they're pretty expensive trail running shoes. I picked them up in a lot. And then we've got a pair of Nike Air Max in Motions. These are just a really simple little pair of shoes. We cleaned those last week. And those sold for 18. We've got a vintage baby doll. I actually got this on Whatnot. I bought this here on Whatnot for I think three or $4. And it sold for 28 on Posh. Then we've got we've got a shell, a random seashell. This was actually my mom's and my mom's stuff. Sold a random seashell. That wound up selling for $14 over on the Posh. Then we've got a pair of men's shoes. These ones, unfortunately, a lot of the paint was actually rubbed off on these. But I think these sold because I did Ohio Buckeyes. So whenever I've got shoes that have a color palette of a specific sports team, especially college sports teams, anything collegiate, I'll put that down in my keywords. So like depending on the color. So let's say if it was orange and white, I would do like Texas Longhorns, Ohio State. If it was blue and yellow, I do Wolverines. It just depends on like what the color palette is. If you don't know what the color palette is, if you've got a pair of sneakers like that, you can always just Google search like what college teams are this color. And then a lot of times I'll sell those, especially as we head into fall and back to school. Let's see, is that everything over there? Okay, that's everything on the Posh. And then I think we only sold one item on Urkari May, which is this one was really funny, you guys. So I don't know if anyone saw this on my social media, but I had this watch that I sent an offer out for $11 and something cents. It's like some sort of old watch that just didn't wind up being worth much, but I got it in a lot. Anyways, I sent an offer out for like $12 and something, or I sent an offer out for like 11 something, and then they said thank you, but let me just read it to you. So they said thank you, but I would like to pay the higher price, and I was like, okay, that's insane. Oh, I would like to re-offer you for $12.50, and I was like, okay. You could have bought it for $11.14, but all right. Like, thank you. Like, so strange. So that's everything that sold. So it was probably around, I don't know, maybe like $800 or $900 worth of stuff. Probably like 800, I would say. And then, of course, you got to take out all the fees and all that kind of stuff. So there's a whole bunch of good sales this weekend. Plus, we had our Whatnot show. So I think we did pretty good this weekend. The only huge banger was that $100 perfume. So that's really nice. Everything else totaled up. I don't know. I'd have to look. But we are definitely seeing a huge difference financially just from being consistent. We've been so consistent, and that's definitely paying off. So, Anna, welcome in. Sarah, great to see you. Vinyl, great to see you. Yes. Myrna, oh, great to see you as well. Katie says, I just started posting low cost stuff from around the house to do this, and I never thought about it until I heard you talk about it. Yes, people like to go on, and you've got your people that love to shop. Think about how many people you see all up in the dollar store, right? These people, they ain't buying nothing real quality. They're just going to the dollar store. They're going shopping, picking some stuff up, because that's what fits within the budget, right? And so you've got those same people that are under those same financial constrictions. And I'm a girl. I love the dollar store. I'll admit it. And you got people that want to just buy a couple things because it makes them feel good. Guys, it makes us feel good when we get to get stuff for ourselves or other people, right? And so by doing that and putting up those low cost items, you may not make a ton of money off of it, but it gets you reviews, it gets traction on your page, and it gets you sales, and it makes your algorithm look good. Because if you're the kind of seller that you're like, man, I have 400 things listed on Poshy and I've only sold one item this month. Well, it's probably something with your pictures. It's one of the 4Ps, guys. They're one of our 4Ps. And we talk about this in the reseller guide. And JH, thank you so much for those questions about this reseller guide this morning, actually. So let me pin this here. Now, I will preface this by saying, as I always do, this is not my item. This is a friend of ours, Laura, who created a reseller guide that is literally the Bible that got me started. I know just one more chapter that's in here uses it as well. This is who taught me how to resell. And so her guide is invaluable. It's absolutely insane. It's amazing, and all the things about it, right? We talk about it a lot in here. But one of the things I love the most in it is she talks about the 4Ps. And when you can get the 4Ps correct, you are going to do really well. If someone wouldn't mind commenting in the chat here, it's product, price, pictures, and pretty words. So product, price, pictures, and pretty words. So if you are having an issue and you are not getting sales, something is busted on your P's. There is something missing, something is wrong. So product is number one. Are you selling a product that is someone's going to buy it? Now, here's the thing. Everything sells, nothing doesn't. Our friend Maurice says that, and I totally agree. God, it's such a great quote. Everything does sell, but some stuff takes longer, right? So if you're only trying to sell really, really, really obscure stuff, it's just going to take longer. It's just what it is. So you got to ask yourself the question, what other things can I incorporate in that will help people to want to purchase from me? One of the things you guys can do too is you can look on like Terapeak, you can look within eBay, and you can find out what are the most popular things that are selling right now. It's why a lot of us sellers will do like our shipping shows or show us what we're shipping. I just showed you guys what's selling. So for me, collegiate stuff is selling, vintage stuff is selling, shoes are selling, especially as tariffs and stuff come in and people can't afford to buy shoes because of tariff taxes and that kind of stuff, which is already starting. We're starting to kind of see that happen now. And so that's going to be something that people ask yourself to do this. What is disposable that people constantly need to buy? Shoes, right? I think it's also why kids' clothes are so popular right now. So many people are buying kids' clothes, is because it's expensive in the store, and kids go through it. Your kids are constantly changing, right? So that's a great tip. So number one is product. What are you selling? Are you selling the right thing? Do you need to broaden your horizons? Number two is the price. Are you competitive? When I sell my items online, I will beat everyone by $1. If I am selling this pair of shoes right here, and I see 15 other pairs of these in all sorts of different conditions, unless the price is really super low because the bottoms are disgusting and no one's going to buy it anyways. But I will look and see who is selling these, and I will beat them by $1. Somewhere, someone's prices are lower than you, and when you meet them, they will win. That is just how it goes. So I beat everybody by $1. So if you're trying to hold out because you are financially or emotionally connected to the item you're trying to sell, it's going to be a struggle bus for you, boo. I'm not saying mark yourself down. We're not talking about dollar starts. We're not even talking about whatnot really. We're talking about static listings over where people can sort by price, right? And so ask yourself, am I offering this am I being reasonable, or am I so emotionally connected or financially connected to this that I'm trying to get too high of a price? So that's number two. Number three is pictures. How are your pictures? Are your pictures pretty? Are they light, bright, and out of sight? Is there shadows? Are you using warm tones, or are you using at least 5000K lighting, which is what's going to help? Are you getting pictures of stuff up close? Or are you so far from your item that it's this little tiny t-shirt? And you guys get to see how we take pictures because we're going to do some clothes today. Excuse me. So pictures. And then last but not least is pretty words. What does your title look like? Does it phonetically sound like a title, or does it sound like something that someone can't say and it confuses their brain? What does your description look like? Do you have something in the description? Do you have any keywords in your description? Keywords. You got to have the keywords in there. Do you have ways for people to find your items? So if you're having issues, start with the 4 Ps and see if that will help you out. Yes, you're welcome. Good morning, Nikki. Great to see you. K9 is here. Got the 4 Ps now. JHA knows what's up. Levi, welcome in. Yes, thank you, Moneybags. Yeah, those 4 Ps. I mean, there's a million trillion pieces of advice in this guide. But those are the things that I think are super important. Yeah, so Terapeak. Terapeak is, if you just go to the old Google machine and type in Terapeak. This is the easiest way to find it. You'll see something that says Terapeak Product Research Tool. This has been around for a million years. It is a way for you to look up items and get insights on that item. You can see how popular it is. You can see what the average thing is selling for. Let's try this. We're going to go Levi's 550s vintage size 38. Let's see what we get. There you go. I just typed that in and it tells me right here, right now, what the average price is. Now you'll see it's up by 12% right now. You know why? Tariffs. I'm telling you guys, you're going to see this up on a lot of clothing and a lot of shoes. So, Terapeak is incredible. If you guys don't use that, it's such a nice research tool. Fabulous City, great to see you. Mo Thrifty, good morning, my love. How are we today? I'm so happy to see you. Penthouse Beauty, there's my girl. There's my girl. Penthouse, we got some circa 1998 butterfly clips in today. We're kicking it old school, yo. Good morning. Terapeak is free. It does not cost money. It's literally free to use. So the guide I think is like 37 bucks. I bought it when she had it full price when it first came out. It was like $137 or something. But I think it's like 37 bucks. And she's constantly redoing the guide. Like she puts new stuff in and rems it up. You also get to get into WAF. WAF is a Facebook group that's you can only get into if you have bought the reseller guide, and it's all of us that use the reseller guide. So we help each other out in there. She does Friday Wins where we talk about what's going on over there. And then you've got experts in different departments. So like I'm more of like an expert in like vintage clothing. And so if someone has a question over there about vintage clothing, I'll answer. Then you've got people over there that are experts on kids clothing, people that are experts on shoes, people that are experts on hard goods, people that are like, you've got a whole bunch of different people over there to help you out there. Yeah, it is, Katie. I agree. It is the best group. I was just in there on Friday. Like, so I spend a good amount of time in there. No, Britt, it's not an app. All you got to do is it's within, you can find it within your actual eBay. Let's see. They just moved everything around. Let me figure this out. I think it's down here under selling tools. Yes. Okay. So in your eBay app, so here is your app. At the bottom of your, here, where is it? Let me find it. Go to, yeah, so click on selling. Click on selling right there. And then if you scroll down, you'll see where it says research. See how it says research? Click on that and then you can search. That's the Terapeak tool. That's the new way of doing it. You used to have to do it just through the web browser. Yeah. Oh, no worries. Doing great. Had 4-day sale, out of storage, moved so much inventory. Oh, Mo, are you doing another Whatnot show? Yeah, and ready for Tuesday. I'm doing great, DJ. How you doing, my friend? Okay, so guys, we haven't done this yet today either. If you're a person on Whatnot, which I'm guessing you are, unless you're watching this on the replay on the YouTubies, and if you are, you're missing out. You got to come find us over here. But thank you for watching on the YouTubies because you're helping me get hours because I'm convinced someday in the year 2030, I'll get monetized over there. Anyways, if you are a seller in here, just one more chapter already knows, and you guys want to get more followers and you want to get more bookmarks, leave a heart right down here. If you see someone with a heart and you follow them, they pinky swear that they'll follow you back. If you're already following them, all you got to do is click on their name, go over to their shows and bookmark some shows. I talk a lot about this, but I'm going to say it again because I can see that we've got some people in here this morning that we've never had before. So the way that an app or a platform like this works is it goes off of engagement. And you guys know that this is true. Like over on Instagram, you know how you got to hear people say, like, before you post, you got to warm up the app, or you got some people call it baking. You got to bake your account, right? And that just means that you're being a thoughtful person and you're going in and you're hearting and you're liking and you're saving and you're sharing and you're commenting. It tells the app that you're a real person and it tells them that you are an engaged viewer. Engaged viewers will always get precedence over bot-like looking viewers, right? And so the more people's shows that you go in and bookmark, it shows that you want to spend time on the app. That sends a message to Whatnot. Whatnot's algorithms, it's constantly, you're in a constant rating system. And so if you're constantly getting rated and you're constantly doing engagement and you're commenting and you're going and doing these kind of things, it just helps when you guys do shows to get pushed out more. So it's always good to follow. I try to bookmark as many shows as I can. I probably have like 10,000 shows bookmarked right now. JJ's, welcome in, my friend. I'm so happy to see you. How are you? JJ's, you got a couple shows coming up today, don't you? Yes. JH says, all follows I get, I will follow for sure. Penthouse says we have around 150 to 200 of our clothing items hanging on a rack. Kiddo was a manager at Shields. I don't want to sell clothes though. Oh my God. Penthouse, I'll sell them for you, baby. Because I don't want to sell hard goods. All I want to do is sell clothing. That's what I'm interested in. I love that. I'm a clothing girl. I'm a clothing girl. Hart says, I have several of my dad's old Levi's. Do you have a good source? If the style type isn't on the label, I do not know. Yeah, so if you are on the back of a pair of Levi's, on the tag, if they're old, there'll be a number on the back. And that number will lead you to the type. You can also usually look them up by there's a way to look up by year. If you don't know how to look them up by year, who in here doesn't know how to open or look up Levi's by year or wants to know how? So if you go over to our YouTubies, if you just touch on that little QR code, it'll be big on your screen, and then you can screenshot it and follow it from your photos. On our YouTube, I made a video that is literally how to tell the style of every pair of Levi's and how to date them so that you know what year they are. We sell a lot of Levi's. I mean, I sold just two over the weekend. We sell a lot of Levi's because we put the year in there. So like 1994 or 2017 or 1986 or whatever they are. There's different ways to date stamp them, and that video goes over all of that. So you should be able to tell what you got, my friend. Let's see, what am I missing? Oh, perfect. Mo said she followed and bookmarked everyone. Jar says, I'm dropping off at the post office. All follows returned once home. Jar's, you sold quite a bit of stuff on Saturday, didn't you? Jar's funny, you guys. If you're not following the Jarhead, he's great. He's like super high energy. If you like high energy shows, and he sells like everything. So, I mean, the variety he had on Saturday was like insane. Like, it's just a little bit of everything. Super high energy, gets down to business, cool guy. Crazy 8, welcome in, my friend. I think you got a show today, don't you? Yeah, we can work some shine out. I'm telling you, I'll sell it. What do we got to do? I am good. My first show of the day was a bit dead, but I'm not giving up. It's Monday morning, y'all. People just getting warmed up for the week. People getting warmed up. I think I just followed you all. If I missed anybody, I'll follow you back. Wonderful. There's some great YouTube videos about Levi's. Are the stamp pocket a big or small E? Yes, that also makes a difference. 36 items. Yeah, boy. Yeah, you went ham. How amazing is this woman, you guys? Oh, she's saving the mistakes that cost you money. I got you, Booze. I want everybody to win. I'm obsessed with everyone winning. Good morning, Jen. I'm so happy to see you. How are you today? I'll sell everything that's legal. I'll follow everyone. Oh my gosh. All right. Who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? In the arms of the angel, please feed me a treat. I need you to give me something. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Nikki bought you a treat. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Ready? Pitiful. Pitiful. Ready? Let's go shopping and get this boy a treat. Let's go shopping and get him something sweet. Oh, there we go. There we go. Say thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Oh, and the tail. And the tail wag. You ready, missus? You ready, missus? Is this what you want? Is this what you need? Here we go. Ready? Ready? Here we go. Ready? Let's go shopping and get this girl a treat. Let's go shopping and get her something sweet. Oh, what a good baby. What a good baby. Say thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, I know. It's very exciting. It's very... Thank you guys for humoring my absolute high maintenance dogs. Thank you, JH. Thank you, Nikki. I appreciate you guys very much. They literally just wait for it. You guys have trained them. You guys have trained them. All right. And yes, we will put some more sponsored giveaways up probably tomorrow or Wednesday. So if you haven't had a chance to do this yet, we'll open up a couple spots for our giveaway. And then when we do sponsored giveaways, we actually put you up here for the whole week. So speaking of that, should we do it? Should we do our gift card giveaway for the day? Let's do it. Anna says, so I have a question. What do you think about doing shows at the same time versus moving them all around at different times? You know, Anna, I think that there's something to be said for both. You guys know I do these at 10 o'clock a.m. Central Time, Monday through Friday. Everybody can count unless, you know, something happens and I can't come on. But I'm here all week, so everyone knows that. And then our other shows that we do, when we do our night shows, you know, we do some Tuesday night shows. I do some Thursday night shows. Sometimes we do some raid trains. So those are a little bit, sometimes those are all over. Sometimes I don't do any for the week. So those kind of just move around. But I do like having, I think there's something to be said for doing both. I think there's something to be said for those people that like to show up to your show because they know you're going to have it at a certain time. And I think that you're going to catch other people because you do pop-up shows. So I think both is good. If you want my opinion on that, that's what I think. I think also moving them around to find what you like, there's nothing wrong with that either, right? Sometimes it's great to just move your show around and see who likes what. Some people have wonderful Sunday shows. I did Sunday shows and it was crickets. It was like no one came. I was like, what is going on? So Sundays were not good for me. But I know sellers that just clean house on Sundays. So I think it just depends on your time zone. It depends on what you sell. I think it's all those kind of things that make a difference too. So Creekside, how you doing, my friend? Jarhead says, I've been experimenting and documenting times and days. That's super smart. That's smart. JJ is another person that does tons of shows. So shows throughout the day. And so I think doing different little small shows is great too. Some people just want those quick, pop in and pop out shows too. So Green Thrifty, no worries. Pack those orders, baby. I'm excited. Tell me below, guys, what is one thing you sold this weekend that you're really excited you sold? Either because it was a banger and it was like a great sale, or maybe you're just excited to get it out of your inventory, or maybe it's something that you're excited because it's got a stuffed animal that's going to someone's kid or something. What is something you guys sold this weekend that you're excited about? And while we do that, we'll go ahead and do a little giveaway too. Okay, so this is going to be a giveaway brought to us by our good friend Cindy Lou 92. We love her and she loves you. An amazing woman, always comes in here and does sponsored giveaways. She's so generous and thoughtful and sweet. So Cindy, thank you so much for doing this. You are up on the board and we are going to run this giveaway right now. If you guys want to get a $5 gift card on our friend Cindy Lou 92, we love her and she loves you. She is a great, amazing friend of ours. And so thank you so much, Cindy Lou. And so this is what we do for people that do sponsored giveaways is you get up on this board for an entire week. So we got Adamus Maximus. We've got May Eclectic. We've got the Suburban Bish. We also have Cindy Lou 92. And then we have other people as well that are up there for the week. We've got Little Donna. I think also we'll go ahead and probably run hers tomorrow. So yeah, make sure you guys get in that giveaway. Let's see, what else do we got? What baby?
I put all 3 of those in the giveaway thing.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
You don't have to run them, but they're there. They
Yeah.
have a name on them, so.
Oh, okay. I didn't notice the name, but I did run one. So
I figured you ran.
we're about to find out whose it was. Let's see. What did I miss here? All right. Here we go. Sold a $50 He-Man figure. So I was stoked. JAH, who did you sell? I'm a He-Man fan. Who did you sell? Jen says sold a Longaberger butter paddle vintage. Didn't sell for a lot, but it's now out of my house. Girl, I'm telling you, those are the best sales. Get it out. Amy says custom leather engraved hat patches for VW races. Oh my gosh. Guys, there's so many things in the world. There's so many things in the world. That's incredible, Amy. I love that. Katie says some Vivo barefoot water shoes I bought on Whatnot for $12, sold for $51. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Rhonda Lynn, welcome in. Trace says phone charger because I have 50 of them and I can't get rid of them. Tracy, I need phone chargers. Do you have Apple cords? I need so many of them. I need them in every outlet in my house. Jarhead says, so one of the 80s vintage earrings I sold in my Texas Raid Train show covered what I paid for all 11 pairs. So everything is profit. Hashtag winning. Got one gear. Go epic winning. Am I bipolar? I'm by winning. Win here, win there. Love it. Great job. Green Thrifty says, finally sold a marble collection I got at a yard sale. Turned $15 into $150. Nux on that. Yo. Love your OBS. I don't even use OBS. This is just on my iPad. I'm not fancy like that. I'm sweatpants fancy, guys. Rusty Hanger, welcome back in. Anna says, I sold 14 items to one customer who's having health issues and needed new clothes. I made a profit and she was able to afford great things. Anna gets the generosity trophy for the week. There is your generosity trophy. Skeletor complete with accessories and mini comic. Dang. That's a hard boy to find with all of his stuff. Did it have it had the staff? You had everything with it? That's amazing. Thrifton says $25 pumpkin light up for outdoor. 'Tis the season. Seriously, it's mag chargers. I'll send you some. I'm telling you, I literally have because so I'm doing stuff in the whatnot room, which is the one Justin's in. I'm doing stuff in here. Then I work in my living room. Then Justin plugs into my devices over by his computer. And then I've got bedside. I plug my phone into my bathroom as well to listen to podcasts and stuff. Like I'm a nightmare with cords, and I don't understand why they all leave. Where do they all go? Why do the cords always disappear? Where do the cords go? Be welcome in, guys. Make sure you get in that Gibby. We're getting a gift card on our friend, our amazing, wonderful, crazy good friend, Cindy Lou, has sponsored this. Cindy Lou 92. She loves her, and we love you. Revenant says 70s Velvet Mini, $10 into $168. Let's go. Amazing. That's a great sale. It was 100% complete, the figure. Yes, I try and sell completed figures when I can. It's so hard to come across that. I got a really crazy Thundercats collection. I was able to sell some complete stuff. And then I've sold quite a few Ninja Turtle complete sets. Only maybe 2 complete sets for He-Man, because it's always so difficult to find those with all of their little pieces and parts. It can be very hard. But the good news is those figures sell for about as quickly as I can get them. So yeah, 10 seconds, guys, for the Gibby. I'm moving some older inventory, so I'm happy about that. Mel, no doubt. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? It is the Rusty Hanger! The Rusty Hanger! Oh my God, the Rusty Hanger is getting $5 sent to them in Amazon gift card brought to us by the incredible Cindy Lou 92. She loves her and we love you. Congratulations, my friend. $5. $5, $5, $5. That is yours. Yes, congrats. And thanks again, Cindy, for sponsoring that. I'm very, very happy. I always buy up bags of accessories for the figures when I can. Yeah, it seems like where I'm at now, where I'm living. So I love selling vintage toys. Vintage toys and clothes are those are my things. But where I'm living now, I am in an up and coming area, we're the 3rd fastest growing area in the United States right now. So because of that, we have a lot of new homes being built, a lot of new homes. And so a lot of people that are moving in here already had their garage sales. So they had their garage sales wherever they lived, and now they've moved here to where we're at. And so I just don't tend to find a lot of vintagey toys here. Not as much as I did when I was up in Washington. So when I was up in Washington State, you got a lot of people that have lived in the same houses since the 80s. You know, the kids now own the house because the parents are gone. And now the kids are selling their old toys that the parents kept. So I used to get tons of vintage toys up there. But here, I just don't find it as much. However, I find a lot of really nice Western wear here. I find a lot of clothing that's new that I can, quickly flip. So I think it just depends on the area that you're in. Penthouse says, I literally hopped off and had, let's go shopping. I tell you, who was it that said, I think it was, it was somebody over on Instagram was like, is this going up on the Spotify playlist? I was like, oh my gosh. Jar says, I like having that paper to track and show who the gift card is sponsored by. You like that? You are welcome to use that. We're really fancy around here. We printed on UPS labels because we get them for free. If you guys need free shipping supplies, by the way, let me pin this here. So this is our link tree. In this link tree, there is a million things. There's a million things in there for you guys to get. So if you want to be able to get free thermal labels like this, there is a way for you to do that down below. So if you touch on, if you click right now on that picture and make it big, it should pull it up and it'll look like this. So it'll pull up on your screen and it'll look like that. And so you should be able to get a little link there, or you can go to your photos in your phone and then hold down on it and click over. It'll take you to our link tree. In there is where you can click on it. It'll say get free UPS shipping supplies. You can get boxes that are unmarked on the last page of that. And then you can get those free thermal labels. There's also USPS. You can get free shipping supplies from them. So if you have not had an opportunity to get free shipping supplies, get yourself some free shipping supplies. We like free. Free 99 is my favorite. You need to ship. You got to ship yourself, baby. Mel says, I was singing the pup song all weekend. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. Yeah, I got 6,000 UPS labels delivered. That's what's up, yo. Time to get some sales. Yes, thank you for your service. Absolutely, we agree. Fabulous City, welcome in. Brittany Walks, welcome back in here. Sarah, welcome in. Great to see you. Great to see you, my friend. Okay, so I think that's all of our little housekeeping things. Let's go ahead and get some work done, yo. So we are going to get you, there's our chicken. There's the chicken head. Everybody did it? So there's a rumor that on Saturday, some sort of crazy chicken like came and took over my page here, and they were auctioning things off for like $1. This crazy chicken, I guess that it was walking around clucking and calling people mother cluckers and I heard it was telling terrible jokes. I heard it kept telling Justin all of these absolutely atrocious jokes. Is the word on the street. I don't know if anybody, Jarhead says there's screenshot, there's proof. I know I'm gonna need that proof because I may have to, call the authorities and let them know that the chicken crossed the road and ended up at my house in my whatnot show. It was causing all sorts of trouble. So, all right, here is that. So we're going to get you guys split screen too, so that you can see up close what it is that we're selling. Everybody seems to really like this, or at least a large majority of you guys seem to like this. And so we're going to do this again. Hey, Justin! Justin! What? Is the Bluetooth headset connected? What? Is the Bluetooth headset connected? What? Is the Bluetooth headset connected? Hey, thanks. Dell, welcome in. Can you imagine someone that doesn't know who we are and the first thing they see is when they're scrolling is they come in here and they just see a crazy great green-haired woman like yelling at her husband from the other room? And then they're like, why does he talk to her like that? Why does he do that? Can you even imagine? It's like, yo, you got to be part of the Nice Comps crew to understand. You got to understand that's the way it goes in this family. All right, is it hooked up? Yeah, all right, here we go. We're going to do that. We're going to do this, and we're going to do that. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. We're going to do this, and we're going to do that. All right, here we go. Glenn, welcome in. Kay says, Justin! That's literally... Why is this so funny? I don't know why it's so funny. Okay. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Proof sent on IG. All right. Jarhead sent us proof. Jarhead sent us proof that there was a crazy chicken that took over. Why not? All right. Here we go, folks. Here we go. Whoop. Nope. Yep. We're good. We good. We good. All right, let's see. We need to flip this around, flip it around, flip it around, and flip it around. Where is it looking? Where is it looking? What is it doing? I can't see. What's it looking at? Why is it looking way up there? Oh, we got to flip it around. Why is it not flipping? There we go. There we go. All right, got to get this up here, and up here, and up here. We are adjusting Don't mind us. There we go. Almost. We're getting there. We're getting there, folks. Oh, it's because that's falling down. Excuse me, missus. I need a little bit of tape. A little tape there. A little tape never hurt anybody. That's how fancy we are at this stream. We just tape things up. We tape things up, kids. Okay, on that. I know it's the boring part where she pretends that she knows what she's doing. Okay, give me a second. I gotta get this here so you guys can see the sponsored giveaway. Look at the fanciness on this stream. Look at how fancy this stream is. Woo! She's fancy. You get up there for the whole week. I know, she's sweatpants fancy. She's so fancy. I'm so fancy. This is how I go. I'm in the fast lane from LA to Tokyo. Tio, hi, how do people bless the chat with a gift card, and what happens if someone accidentally swipes on HiBid? So if somebody has a credit card that they are able to spend $888,000 and they're at my show, they are welcome to come to any show ever. Because does anybody have a credit card that can house that? Don't tell us if you do. But if you do, you're killing it at life, and that's incredible. I don't. So if they try to swipe on it, it'll just fail for their card. Number one. Number two, how we do our giveaways is, I think, a little different than how other people do their giveaways on here. So for us, for our giveaways, we do it a little different. So we just kind of pull throughout the week. If it's during a show, sometimes we'll do it during the show, but we tend to just pull throughout the week. And then what we do is we put the people up here on the board so that people can see them, and it's like a way for them to get advertised for the whole week. Now, we don't make any money off of our giveaway ones. We just do ours for $8 because that covers the giveaway, $5. It covers the taxes I have to pay on it at the end of the year because it is considered a purchased item. And then it also covers the whatnot fees. And then it covers the envelope, the stickers that I put in. So we just do it literally just to help other people out so that they can get advertised for the week. And then so you guys can come in and win something, because why not? It's fun. Now, as far as other people do it, I think a lot of people just run those during the show. So people buy the giveaway thing, and then the person has already bought gift cards and stuff ahead of time, and then they just mail those out. Some shows, like I know Bearded, will buy different cards from different restaurants and stuff like that, and then you get to choose which one you want. So I think it's just everyone does it a little bit differently. And then you just send the person out. For us, we send you out a QR code for an Amazon gift card for you to cash in. So Thrifting over 50, welcome in. Thrifting, you got a show tonight, don't you? Then Nice Comps goes on a really, yes, I go on a really nice vacation with all of it. What's a vacation? What is this? What's this word you're talking about? What is it called? Vacation? Honey, have you ever heard of that word? Vacation. We have never heard of it. We've never heard of a vacation. Coach Constance, welcome in, babe. Okay, so we're going to get some pictures of some stuff here. Now, I am going to get asked this question in 3.5 seconds. People are going to see me using this lanyard thing, and you're going to say to yourself, oh my God, how do I get that? So I am going to pin this here for you guys to find. This has been one of the best little investments I have ever made. I bought this thing like 2 years ago, and it has held up, and it holds my phone so I can take pictures and then drop my phone, and I don't have to keep setting it down and picking it up and setting it down and picking it up. The one that you want to get is in that Reseller Supplies QR scan. You want to make the QR scan big and then screenshot it, follow it from your photos, or follow it from the link. It has the right one. There is a million of these out there, and a lot of them are very flimsy, and they're garbagey, or they're very short. And so you got to take a picture, and then if you're a lady, you just kind of constantly hit the girls over and over again. So this is the right length. This one's also cool because it's got the little like hook on it for your glasses or keys, and it's just really super sturdy. So this is the one I recommend. So if you guys are looking for that, that is where that is. Okay, we're going to get started here, and we're getting pictures of stuff. So the first thing we're going to do is this Walt Disney pass holders key. Now, If you see something and you're like, excuse me, I want that. All you got to do is say, love it down below. Let me know what the item is. And as long as I haven't photographed it already and done the pictures and done all the stuff, I'll run it for you at a discount. Otherwise, all this stuff is getting listed up on the Bay and Poshy and so on and so forth. Okay, so that's going to be our first item here. Take these down. These need to get lightly steamed. There's that. Okay. So we're going to get this one up here. It's a little pass holder, little vintage Walt Disney World situation here. We're going to do a little bit of lint rolling here, and away we go. So there is that. All right. And then while I'm doing these photos too, I'll try to give you guys like some tips and some tricks and some hints on how I do this. Hey, honey. Oh, never mind. Just kidding. Just kidding. I've got it. Little Donna, guys, make sure you follow my friend Little Donna. We're going to be running her gift card tomorrow. So make sure you guys follow Little Donna here. I'm going to mention her in the chat. This is a friend of ours. Give her a follow so that you can be an amazing, honestly, awesome, rad, wonderful human being. She has a show today at 9 p.m. So she's got 9 p.m. Central Time. This woman is so creative. I was in her show yesterday. She has all these really cute, like, it's like a mixture between like equestrian, Paris core, Western, flower core, cottage core, super cute little one-of-a-kind pieces. And she's maybe the tiniest little, most adorable thing I've ever seen in my life. So, yeah, she's the opposite of me. My head is like above the thing half the time. She is this little tiny thing. She's just so sweet and so nice. So make sure you guys give her a follow and make sure you go in and bookmark her shows because you're an amazing, nice, kind, wonderful person and you want to help this sweet little Donna out. You're very welcome. Thanks for sponsoring the giveaway. She did amazing on Saturday. Absolutely. Super cutie. Okay, so when I do pictures of clothing, we do it the following way. So number one, you want to make sure that your photos are all in a 1:1 ratio. So 1:1. If you don't know how to do that with your phone, just Google it and get your phone in the 1:1 ratio. You can then lock it in. So you don't have to keep going into 1:1 all of the time. Reptile guy, slithering in here. I see you, my friend. So we are going to get a picture. First thing we do is a picture of the, we need to get a picture of the whole thing. Now, I do my opening photo a little different than a lot of people do. I sell a lot of polos and things of that nature. And so I photograph them like this, and this is how things sell. So I get really up close and really show the goods, showing all the goods to the people. So that's going to be our opening photo. The next photo is actually the rest of the shirt, so the whole thing. And then after that, we do our shoulders. I do the length. And then I do the chest. Now, I'm about to say something that is going to cause such an uproar in the community. I'm about to have at least 10 people unfollow me, and I'm about to have 40 people give me shite. Are we ready? Okay, here we go. Pit to pit is not a measurement. Pit to pit is not a measurement. That is an armpit. I triple dog dare you to go onto any clothing website and look at their size specs. Unless they're a skater brand and they're trying to be ironic, it is called chest or it is called bust. The internet is not going to help you in your search engines, in your listings, if you write P2P or you write pit to pit. It's not a measurement. It's not a unit of measurement. It's jargon. It's a nickname for something, right? If you're on Whatnot and you want to say pit to pit, I find it disgusting. But if you want to see it, that's fine. That's my own hang up, right? Whatnot's one thing, but when you guys do your listings and it says pit to pit, so if you have, okay, if someone is searching for this shirt and they're like, men's vintage Disney shirt, 22 chest, 26 long, and they're looking, or a men's dress shirt, and they're looking for a Ralph Lauren polo, and they want something, they're like, I wear like a size 17, and I want a 26-inch chest. They're going to type in 26-inch chest, and it's going to find your listing. It's not going to use pit to pit. That is just not a unit of measurement. So many people are going to hate this, but it is just the way it is. So when you're doing your listings, it's like irks me when I see it. I don't know why it pisses me off, but it does. It's like, guys, you're shooting yourself in your own foot when you do that. It's like, and when you're on a stream and you call it pit to pit, if your customer says it, it's one thing. But I want you to just think about it, right? There's certain words that when you say them, they just give you a feeling. Like when I see people call it a crotch, I'm like, it's a gusset. That is disgusting. Just be, this is like, it's just a tip. This is just a tip. Just be cognizant that there's so many different kinds of people out there. And when you use words like that, or you call it like, oh, this shirt, it's really soft. It feels like kind of that moist feeling. Okay. Nobody wants to think of their shirt as moist. Like, it's not a towelette. Call it soft. Call it, he's a handsome man, whatever. But this is a chest. On a female, you can call it a chest or a bust. It is not an armpit. So, Moneybags says facts. Jarhead says facts. I couldn't tell you what P2P is. Yeah, and most people won't. That's the other thing is only resellers know that term. And so you're using a term that your customers, your consumers aren't going to be using that term. And when they go to read your stuff, if you've also written in the description, like pit to pit, they're going to be like, ooh, that's kind of disgusting. Like armpit. I wonder if it's like sticky, or I wonder if it's like got like deodorant in it or something. So just a little tip, take her, leave her, keep her, share her. That is my opinion on the pit. So you guys will never see me call it a crotch. You'll never see me call it pit to pit. You'll always see me call it like a gusset, or you'll see me call it a chest or a bust. So, yeah. If you're not a clothing seller, you're just like, I don't even know what she's talking about. But if you are a clothing seller, I'm just saying, take it or leave it. That is how I feel about it. So, all right. The next thing we do is something some of y'all may have seen, some of y'all may have not seen, and that is how you do a collar. So I see this happen a lot when I'm watching Whatnot shows and someone wins something. They'll take the item and then fold it like this and fold it up. Here is the problem with that. It creates a crease here, and when your person takes it out of the bag, it's going to have a big nasty crease right there, right? We want that first presentation to always be something that people want. Also, conveyor belts are really hard on buttons. And so you want any of those buttons or zippers or anything like that to be in the inside. The only exception is if you are selling something that's like a really lightweight rayon or silk or satin, and it has a zipper here, you'd want the zipper to go on the outside in that case. And then maybe just put a little foam or something on it, because the zipper will catch the rayon if you fold it. So, but this is how you do it. So you're going to take your item. So we've got our shirt, right? We're going to fold this collar down. So the first thing we do is fold that collar down so it's nice and flat. Then where the edge of that collar is, I'm going to bring this over and then bring this arm in. And then same thing here. I'm going to bring this over to the edge of that collar and then bring this arm in. Then I'm going to fold down, I'm going to fold up, and I'm going to fold down. And it's going to create a 6x6x2 item. 6x6x2 is this magic number. So if you're over on like the Bay or Poshy, Depop, or Karimé, anything like that, 6x6x2 is a size that will fit into what's considered a cubic grounded vantage measurement. And because of that, it will ship for cheaper. So like whether you're inside the Bay or you're using an external shipping thing like Pirate Ship or something like that, it will always ship for cheaper. Sometimes it's 5 cents, sometimes it's like $1.50. So it depends on how far it's going from you. So 6x6x2 is the way you want to do. That's what you want to do. All right, get some bags here. We need bags. I'm going to put numbers on bags. Here is this. Hey, Justin, can I get you to do an activity for me real quick here? Can you hear me? Excuse me. Can you hear your wife? Can you hear her calling? Can you hear her calling for you?
Yeah, you're like a tuning fork.
Perfect. Can you put some numbers on some bags? I thought I had some more, but we must have gone through them. Appreciation. I'm like a tuning fork. Is that what you said? A tuning fork that can't tune. Rachel, welcome in. Great to see you. Okay. So yeah, so once you've got that in there, then you're able to then ship that with that down, and that'll be in a 6x6x2, and that will make you money is what it will do. Jen says, I have a folding thing that Sheldon uses on Big Bang Theory for his laundry. I love that. Perfect. And then this just gets thrown into the other room. Grey Wolf's Den, welcome to the party. I'm happy to see you today, my friend. Okay, next thing we've got here is a pair of women's shorts. These are like a 2011 Levi's. We're going to get a picture here of the number, and then we're going to get these listed, get these shorts up, and get them sold. So what I like to do with shorts, what I like to do with pants, is I usually find a spot on it that's like really cool that will make someone want to buy it. So I'm just going to put a little tape behind here, get that pocket flat, and then instead of doing just the whole shorts from far away, I'm going to do it up close, and this will be my opening photo. I know this is probably weird for a lot of you clothing sellers, but I sell a lot of jeans and I sell a lot of shorts and stuff. So that is actually my opening photo. Anytime you can do a photo and have like the main photo be something interesting, you'll just do better. Do you ship the shirt in the poly bag? Yeah. So I ship it in that bag, and then I just put it into a not clear poly bag. And I prefer doing the two bags. If I do it on a whatnot and I'm just sending one short, a lot of times they just get thrown in the bag, right? You paid $1 for a shirt, this is what you're getting. But like if I'm on the bay and stuff like that, where things are a little bit more expensive, I just ship it in the two bags, because then I don't have to worry about it getting hurt or injured on the conveyor belt. So that is what I do. Bay, welcome in, Bay. Happy to see you. Okay, so then once we do that, we're going to have the shorts here. Remember to take the tape out, and then we're going to get the other side here. And there's that, and there's that, and there's those. And then we are going to get a picture of the waist. And then we are going to get a picture of the, now normally I do thighs and hips and rise and all that, but I don't need to do all that. All I got to do is go to 0.5, take a picture of that whole thing there. This one's got a couple little grungy spots on it. And then I will get a picture of the label here. This is such a unique label. It's Levi's San Francisco. I've never seen this label before. I've sold probably, I don't know, 200 or 300 pairs of Levi's, and I've never seen this tag. In fact, I had to look at the actual care tag to authenticate them, because I'd never seen this before. So very, very unusual Levi's tag. How do I know they're real? Because there's our tag. And if you want to know how to date stamp these, or how I date stamped them, all you have to do is just go to that video that is in our YouTube. Here, I'll pin this again for those of you that did not get a chance to screenshot this. This will take you over to our YouTube, and that has that video on it on how to date stamp your stuff. So we're going to get a picture of the fact that these are a cotton elastane blend, because people like to see that. And then I'm also going to get a picture of the size tag, so that if anyone says, those are not a 2011, I can say, yes, they are. Right there. They were made in March of 2011. So there you go. So same thing here. We're going to fold and keep those buttons on the inside. So I'm going to go over. I'm going to go over. And then I'm going to fold these down like that. And that, again, is going to make a 6x6x2. And that is the magic number. Oh, honey, I need a one with a bag with a thing. I need a bag with a thing. Please and thank you. This one definitely has a little grunge on the waistband too. Okay, there's that, and there is that. Magical Panda, great to see you. I hope you're having a magical and amazing day. Thanks, guys, for sharing this out and stuff too. I appreciate it. All right, here is that, and there's that, and then there is that. Okay, great. There we go. Watch out, handsome. Okay, next thing we've got here is a Nicole Trussardi. Kind of a cool little, it's like a Western meets like a Gothic core. This is like a Gothic Lolita mixed with like a Western core. If you don't know why I'm saying these words, this is how we sell stuff, is because we use our master keywords list. And so the master keywords list helps you to figure out what these items are, because there's a million, trillion, bazillion of these out there. And so I want to get mine sold, right? Well, using those special keywords that we have is what helps that. Meg, what are you doing, Meg? We were talking about you today. So Meg's up on the board, guys. Meg is one of our friends. She sells on here, and I am going a trillion bazillion is the actual number. Meg is great, guys. Meg has a show tonight. She is the one I was telling you. So I source from Meg. I have bought, I mean, how many pieces have I gotten probably total from you now? Probably 50 or 60, because I think I've bought the vault twice and then all the other pieces. So it's a lot. Oh, and the show's preloaded tonight. I'm so screwed. No, don't go to her show, guys. Don't go. Don't go. No, go. Bid me up. Don't let me win. I don't need anything. I don't need any more stuff. Please. If you guys want to go to someone's show where you can get like crazy stuff for like a super inexpensive price, that is where you go. You go to Meg's show, and Agnes will show up. And I always am a little delicate about talking about Agnes because I'm worried that she's going to haunt me in not just my dreams, but also my nightmares. She lives in both. Is this the only show you have this week? Okay, yeah, we got to check it out. She's made of all of the things that are basically, she makes Chucky look like a Care Bear. Let's just put that out there. Jen says, I'm not allowed to source. I have 400 items, Money Mountain to get through. Don't feel bad, girl. I have about 2,000 items. So I hear ya. Okay, here is that. Here is that. Here is this. And here is that. All right, so we're going to get a picture of this little polyester, little vintage, made in Korea. So you know it's vintage. I need, oh, hey, honey. Justin! I need my little scissors, my tiny scissors I use for cutting off threads. Please and thank you. Oh my goodness, get up in your chair. Get up in your chair. You know, you guys know he's just waiting here for a treat. You know what's happening. I'll also go to Make Show to buy treats for Gizzy. Yes, and she has the cutest Frenchie anyone's ever had. Gizmo is so cute. Meg, we gotta get Gizmo. Gizmo needs like a little place in the background where he just like sits in a bed and like you can just feed him treats while you're on the stream. Like we need to do that. Giz needs his own little spot for sure. I'll be there, but my mountain is taken over. Yard sale season has me like, whoa. Guys, I have sourced so much from Meg shows and so much from other Whatnot shows, and I've bought a huge bunch of lots. I haven't had to garage sale this season at all, hardly. Like, it's crazy. I have been able to get, because like I want to go to garage sales and get stuff, but I'd rather support y'all if I can. So, can you do some of the bigger bags too? I don't know why, but I thought I had more, but I don't see them. I don't see them. I must have put them somewhere. They're in a pile. The big ones are on the top left-hand side. Top shelf left, right there. Yep. You got it. You got it, dude. You got it, my sweet patoots. Cheeks almighty. Handsome man of my life. Okay, next up. Oh, we got to do pictures of this. All right. Now, when you guys are doing pictures of your clothing, how many of you guys have this issue happen? Where the picture's super light. And you're like, but it's not that dark. That's so annoying. All you got to do is turn down the exposure on your phone. Almost Alabama. Welcome in. Gizmo doesn't stop moving. Yeah. He's at that age, too, where, like, getting him to sit still is probably torture. It's hard up north since we only get a few months. Yeah. That's when I was in Washington. It was like that. I mean, it was just, like, the short little season. But I went every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for a whole summer. I didn't list any of it. I just hoarded it. So it was bananas. All right, so if you have issues with your pictures turning out like that, all you got to do is turn down the exposure. So instead of it looking like, oh, there's a, just a second. I just got to, I just got a huge, terrible, horrible shadow from my own hands. So we can't do that. That's not a good idea. We got to change that a little bit. Give me a second. Sappy BTX, what are you doing, my love? Great to see you, my friend. CP Finds is here. Guys, if you have any shows, who's got shows this week? Who has a show this week? I demand that you put your show down below so everyone can see it and everyone can follow you. Who's got shows? All right, we are going to redo that there because I got a terrible shadow from my own self. Oh, and I need to put the little thing up here. So this is how I do my pictures of items like this. And I will show you momentarily. Oh, you can see the tape. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. That is not handsome. We do not want that to happen. All right, let's try that again. Let's try that again. There we go. All right. So all I do is I take the little part of the shirt and I show it that it is long sleeve. And then there's the whole shirt. So if you're having issues with it looking washed out, just lower your exposure. On the first, please comment, follow, and bookmark. The Sellers Hangout has helped me quite a bit. Yes. Awesome. $5, you call it Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Clear that rack. Steffi's got great stuff too. Jarhead says, I have a few this week. May make a one graphic night t-shirt show. Ooh, that's fun. Thursday night. Movie Fishy, welcome in. Thrift Scott went today at 2. Heck yeah, guys, follow these people. All those people, go in and bookmark their shows. Even if you're not sure if you can make it, it helps you look like you're engaged in the app, and it helps them to get their shows pushed out. So, Kristen, welcome in. Do you use a cooling fan on your phone when doing your shows? I haven't had to. The only time my phone overheated was last week when we were cleaning shoes out of the hot lights. My phone did get too warm, but I haven't had to. I do always have a fan going in the room, though. Speaking of that, hey, Just, I need that fan. Thank you. Actually, CP, you just saved me from getting overheated today. So thank you for mentioning that. And I need a few pieces of rolled up tape too. My rolled up tape is disgusting. It's disgusting, as they say. We don't want things that are disgusting.
Oh, rolled up tape?
Yeah, I need like some tape so I can roll it up and then put it up here for my sleeves. It's how I stay fancy, honey. I stay fancy by doing things like using rolled up tape. Because that's what all of us fancy sellers use. Us real high class sellers. Us like, top notch sellers. Oh, guys, I did get so how many of you guys sell on the old Depoppies?
Is this what you wanted? Is this what you want?
Is this what you need? Yep. Whoa, that is way excessive. Holy smokes. I just need like that. I just keep them up here. Haven't you ever noticed how there's tape up here and thought to yourself, why does she have tape up here?
Yeah, I probably rip it off and throw it out.
You probably do. So I keep it up there and I roll it so that I can use it to like pin down sleeves and stuff. Those are going to be, I don't need that many. That's an excessive. That's excessively amazing. Like, don't you tape my mouth. Don't you tape my mouth. Don't you do it.
I was trying to do the stream of favor.
You can't tape this mouth. You can't handle the tape. You can't handle the tape. There's that. We do this. Is this what you want? Is this what you need? All right, perfect. Okay. Yeah, we need more tape, Justin. He literally just bought me like 8 rolls of tape. I'm like, that is excessive. It is taking me so much time to list items. What do you think of having higher priced items listed, so also having many items to run the show not listed? I don't preload nothing. If you want to put up your expensive pieces so you can get pre-bids, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't pre-list anything. Unless you're going to take the time to do it and you just know that you're probably going to have to clone that item and run it a few times, I guess maybe it'd be worth it. I don't know. What do you guys all think? For me personally, it takes so much time to do the listings that if I'm trying to sell you an item, if I'm selling you a $40 item for $10, and I have to take the pictures and put up the listings and put all that in, I might as well just take pictures of it and put it on eBay for $40. Like, why am I going through all of that? And so I don't personally do that. Now, I do know that there's shows where people will put up a few of their bangers so they can get pre-bids, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I just think the other parts of it take so much time. Time is money, and I need to make an hourly wage that I feel good about. If I'm not making that kind of hourly wage, something is broken. And so we tried doing the shows where we pre-list everything. Even when I do the raid trains and they require you pre-list stuff, I just put pictures of the size or the tags up there. Not even the clothing. Literally. I just have all these tags saved in my phone and I just put up these because it just takes too much time. I'm not making enough money to get that. It's so much work. So I don't know. That's how I feel about it. Coastal, welcome in. Yeah, I just do the preload cards for that. Yeah, so when you guys go into my raid trains and you watch me, you'll always just see these as the listed item. And then I can type out what the item is and put the size in there. That doesn't take me too much time. But even still, when I just do regular shows, pop-up shows, I don't do none of that. I hear that. This may be one and done. Yeah, Meg, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And if you plan on getting rid of that item, I think there's something to be said. If you've got an item that you're like, no, I'm making $60 on this item, like I'm not going any lower than that, and you put it up for pre-bids and it doesn't get any pre-bids, then you can just clone that item and keep going into the next shows. But if you're selling $1 or $2 items and you don't get any pre-bids on it, then the item is still going to run for whatever it was going to run for before. And I don't know. Okay, unpopular opinion. I don't even know that I like the pre-bids for the raid trains because, and I watched some of this happen with y'all's shows. Jarhead, I watched this happen in your show. I watched the pre-bids mess up your flow because people, you're trying to figure out, okay, what pre-bids do we have? I got 30 minutes to do this. You're trying to run things because like this is what we do before a show, right? We set everything out. And then what makes it easy is if we can just go down the line. This, boom, done, boom, done, boom, done. But when pre-bids come in, then you have to go find the item. And you got to find it, and you're off your flow, and then you got to come back, and you got to find it in the thing and run it. And I think it disrupts, I don't know, people probably don't like this opinion, but I think it disrupts the flow you get into. I think it's like for this one, I put the preloads in with the pictures, but because there's no pictures of the item, I didn't get any pre-bids, which I didn't want. And then that way I could just go down my row of clothing and I didn't have to like find things. That's my opinion on that. Opinions are like armpits. Everyone has them. They generally stink. But that's just what I noticed. So Sister's Closet, welcome in. Rebecca, welcome in. They did once. I had ran through the pre-bids. Yeah. Once you can get through the pre-bids, but think about this. How much faster it goes. Those pre-bids, in my opinion, they slow you down. Like, I think it's great for the items that are expensive because you don't want those to go for less. But if you've got a $3 item and you're taking all that time to get that item loaded and doing pictures and it sells for $3, let's say it gets one pre-bid for $3. Well, that person was already going to probably get it for $3. Like, I don't know if that makes any sense, you guys, but that's kind of how I feel. I'm not the hugest fan of it. I'm also a random kind of girl. I like the shows where there aren't any things pre-bid. Because if I go in and I look and I'm like, okay, it looks like they only sell this kind of clothing, I may not stay. I want to be there to support and I'm going to reach you on. But sometimes I'll, pop into other shows because I'm like, okay, well, they don't have anything that I'm looking for. Whereas shows that don't have everything preloaded, you can say, okay, I've got a couple things down in my, for pre-bids, but we've got a whole bunch of other stuff tonight all across the board. So if you're into this and that and this and that, make sure you stick around. It's going to be a lot of fun. Here we go. I think there's something to be said for that. It's almost like showing all your goods at the bar too early, right? Like it's okay to have the off the shoulder shirt, but you don't want to just walk in, with the crop top. You want to leave a little mystery. It's the weirdest analogy ever, but I think there's just something to be said with that. So, Steffi says, I like random polls, but can't keep people in long enough to get their size. And that's the other thing. I don't know that I even like that. That's a weird, man, she's got opinions today. She's got opinions today. What's new? That's the other thing with the size things, though. Like, tell us your size. Here's the thing, you guys. Not most people don't want to tell you what their size is, right? People that are small are self-conscious that they're small because they can't put weight on, or they're short. People that are larger are self-conscious because they're larger and they can't get smaller. People that are in medium sizes feel weird because they're like, wow, people are going to think that I'm too small or too, like, we get hang-ups in our head, right? So I have noticed that when I go in and people are like, there'll be 40 people in a room, and you're like, tell us your sizes below, what you're looking for today. And like nobody says anything because nobody wants to say anything. No one wants you to know. I don't want you to know what size my pants are. I just want you to run it and be like, these are 36s by 31s and running now. Like, I think that we box ourselves in. And then here's the other thing that happens. Here's the other thing. Yeah, Jarhead's, he's a 2XL sexy size. Here's the other thing that happens. Okay, so I'm doing a show and I get someone named Beth comes in. And I'm like, okay, Beth, what are you looking for today? Beth said, I'm looking for small shirts. So I spend 10 minutes running small shirts for Beth. Beth doesn't like any of them. And in that 10 minutes, I lose all of the mediums and the larges and the XLs and the big sexies. I lose all of those sizes because those people are like, oh, she's only running smalls. So I don't do that. I literally am like, this is what's running. We have stuff, and I always say this in the beginning of my shows, and I say this throughout the show. I usually try to do it like 4 times during a show. And guys, don't forget, we have so many different things tonight. 1, it's max shipping, $9.21. You're never going to pay more than that. And 2, we got sizes all the way from extra small, and I'm going to start using jar heads, up to like 2 and 3X big sexy style. So make sure you stick around, because if you leave, you're going to miss your size. This is all random in no particular order, and here we go. And just by doing it that way, it's like no one has to feel weird about the situation. No one has to tell anyone what size they are. And we keep you interested and in the show because I'm constantly telling you that an item you may like is coming up. This is not Personal Shopping Network. This is an auction site. And so when you guys go, how many people have ever been to an auction in real life? So auctions in real life, they'll generally have things ahead of time that you can bid on. And then they do random polls, just like you do here on Whatnot. What keeps people in those seats is the 2 different kinds of people. The people that are pre-bidding or waiting to see if they can beat someone out on something, and the people that are there for the mystery. It's the reason why Pawn Stars is one of the biggest shows ever, is because you never know what someone's going to walk in with. And that's the exciting part, is hearing the guy talk about the item, and you never know what the next person's going to come in with. And then you can tell on Pawn Stars, sometimes the people that come in, like they already knew that person was coming, and so it's been researched. So you're getting both demographics. So when you're doing your shows, same thing. You want to keep people interested in the mystery, right? But you also want to keep the people there that want to buy things from you to support. So that's why it's important to get in the buy it now. I went to a ton of shows on Saturday where people didn't have anything in their buy it now to help get to their 1,000 sales. So the cheapest item they would have was like, a $5 item or something like that. It's like, no, put a $1 sticker in there, put a $2 sticker, do a dog treat, do something so that people can get you there, because people want to be able to support you too. We've got stuff in our buy it now. People buy friendship bracelets and face masks and all sorts of stuff from us, just to help support the stream, because they like what they hear, and it's a way of tipping, and it's a cool way of doing it. So make sure you guys get those things in your buy it now. I was really surprised how many people didn't have those. I tried to buy something from almost everybody on Saturday, just to kind of show my support, but there was quite a few people that didn't have anything cheaper than like $5 or $10, and I'd love to do $5 or $10 in every show. But when you're in a raid train with 30 people, that can get real expensive real fast. So anyways, that's a little tidbit. Another thing that Meg does I really like is she does something called the vault. And you guys can't use the word the vault. That's her thing. Come up with something new. JT calls it the dump. So what they do is at the end of their show, if you are the kind of person that you're trying to clear stuff out, if you're like, look, I'm trying to make space, I'm doing dollar starts, I don't care, I don't want to have to run this stuff again. They put everything in a vault. And then at the end of the show, you bid on the vault itself. And so those items, like let's say there was 20 items in the vault, and the vault gets up to like $30. Well, you just made more money on those dollar items than you expected to make when you ran them individually. So the leftover lot, says Sister's Closet. I love that. Yeah, I've bought the vault twice from Meg now. Leah Lynn, welcome in. Sharon, great to see you. Love in-person auctions are so much fun. Yes, tell me about all the sizes. Exactly. Okay, all right, we're gonna keep going here on our quest for greatness. She chats and she loses track of what she's doing because that is what she does. That is called ADHD. All right, this is the perfect time to show you guys a trick here. So I've got this shirt. It's got a little bit of lint on the back of it, but it's that kind of lint probably from the dryer that doesn't like to come off. So if you get yourself, whoop, tripping over my carpet there. If you get yourself a little squirt bottle from the store, cheap little bottle, put a little bit of water in it. If you live in Texas or somewhere where there's hard water, make sure it's distilled or filtered. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to spray the tiniest amount on here. And then I'm just going to take my little rag here and just go over it. And just like that, like magic, that lint is going to lift off. Now, you're asking yourself, why is she doing it like this and not just getting the spot wet? Because I want to be able to keep taking pictures of it. And if you get a spot too wet, if you get one area too wet, then there'll be a wet spot, and then you have to wait for the piece of clothing to dry and all that kind of stuff. But if you just do it like this, where it's a little bit of a spritz, then you can just go over it and wipe all that off. And just like that, magically, all of the white lint from the dryer's gone. There's no wet spot. And now I can take a picture of the shirt. Bing, bang, bong. I use cheap items in the bin to pay for buyers' giveaways. Give them a cheap option to possibly win a $50 item. Ooh, that's a great tip. One BSS, welcome in. My first show is this evening at 7 p.m. I'm extremely nervous. All right, guys, everybody halt what you're doing. Everybody halt what we're doing. We are going to mention this sweet little seller here. Another hot deal spot is having their first show tonight. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to click over to you. Everybody make sure you're following them. And then we're going to go ahead and go to the profile. We're going to go to show and we're going to click. They have 5 bookmarks. Guys, as a community right here, let's get this up to 20 bookmarks right now. That means 14 of you guys need to go in and give a bookmark. If you can hit that magic number of 20, another hot show will get pushed out more. So our first show, bundle boxes, $1, you guys. $1. So let's put you in the chat. And then once you guys have done that, say done. Katie did it. Bigfoot, welcome in. I'm bookmark number 3. Let's get her to 20. Let's do it, you guys. Let's do it. Shauna, let's do it. CP did it. Sisters did it. Mary did it. Steffi BTX did it. Ty did it. Who else, guys? We need to get that up there. Revenant, done. Alabama did it. Yes. Perfect. Guys, this is how we do it. Canine's in. Meg is in. Awesome. I love that. See? Nice comms crew. You guys always show up. Always. You guys always show up every time. I love that about you guys. You all make me so freaking happy inside of my heart. You make my heart grow to be big and you blow my mind. I got it. Yes, thank you. Another. We're so excited for you. What a great thing to get to have your first show. Very exciting, very fun. Amazing. Also set up a few shows. Yes. What Alabama said. Yes. Go in there and get some more shows. Even if you're not sure, just put the date whenever, because you can always move a show date. So if you're a new seller, you can always move a show date. So never cancel a show. Always just change the date of it. And then I would book like probably at least 3 or 4 in there. And then that way people can go in and bookmark you. And then no matter when you move that show to, those people will get notified. So yes, Pinky Makes coming in, rating with a party of 7. Welcome to the Nice Comps crew. I am Charity, aka Nice Comps. Nice to meet you. I am a super weirdo, and I am a reseller, and I live in the South Austin, Texas area. Yeehaw! We're doing reseller support. We are learning about shipping. We're learning about doing things. We are helping each other get follows and bookmarks and all the good stuff. So you are so welcome. Thank you, guys. K9 always steps up and helps thank people too. Thank you. I very much appreciate that. Yes, absolutely. We got you. Yeah, guys, make sure you give our friend Pinky Makes a follow. out of the goodness of your hearts, because y'all are great. And if you already have or followed, just go in and bookmark a couple shows. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for the raid. That is incredible. Let me make sure I am bookmarking you as well. Got to practice what I preach. Oh, you got to get a show in there. You got to get a show, Pinky. You need a show in there so we can get you bookmarked. We gotta get you those bookmarks, my love. Okay, all right. Here is this. Here is that, and bing, bang, bong, just like that. That sucker's up for sale. Okay, next thing we've got here is a pair of Loli pants. These are a little quick women's dry fit hiking pant, and we will get these up here and get these sold. Probably get an up close picture of this front for our opener, and let's take a look at what we need to do for our resolution. Let's get these to a 0 and done. So yeah, so I do my pants and everything. It's a little different than a lot of people do. So I just kind of show like something interesting. The close-up pictures, I think, is where it's at. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you guys. I got my Depop numbers. So on the Depoppers, it ranks you for what number seller you are according to how much you sold, and it's worldwide. So there are hundreds of thousands of Depop sellers, okay, in the whole world. Now, a good friend of ours, he usually gets like number 30. Like, he's someone we actually know in real life. He's a really good friend of my son's. I'm not there, but I did get my number, and I was pretty happy. So this is your status. This is a worldwide ranking. So the last time I got my worldwide ranking, I was at 32,000. So I was the 32,000th bestseller on the Depoppers. But I just got my numbers today, and I'm now the 9,439th top seller on the Depoppers, which is not bad out of hundreds of thousands of people. That's pretty cool. And I am excited to just see that number keep going up and up and up. It's like my own little challenge for myself is every time those come out is to be up a little bit. So that's kind of fun. I don't know if anybody's interested, but thank you. It's my own little game within myself to just try to get it. Yeah, not the crotch. I know, right? We don't get too close with that. The gusset, if you will. Do you like Pop more than? Yeah, I sell way more on Pop than Urkari May. Urkari May is like, when I make a sale over there, I'm like, whoa, I sold something over there. Like, it's like once a week, if even. So I don't really, you guys know I use Nifty as our cross lister. So I don't have to like list on there. It's just my cross lister automatically does it for me. So it doesn't take me any time to do it. So how do you find that number? If you are ranked in a certain, if I think you have to reach, like, you have to be at least in 50,000th place, and then you'll get an email sent out to you once you reach that. Because our first one we ever got was like 40. I'd have to look back at our videos, but I think it was like 48,000 or something. And then it went up to 36,000, and now it's at 9,000 something. So, but I think you have to, they don't send them out to everybody. I think you have to reach a certain number. So I've had so many scammer offers on the Pop. Yeah, Katie, you just have to take it with a grain of salt. So like when I look on the Depoppers, there's always the scammy whammies, right? If I look here at just in the last like day, how many offers I've accepted that people haven't paid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 30 this weekend. Out of the 30 people that sent me offers that I accepted, we had what, 4 pay? 1, 2, yeah, 4. So it's like 10% maybe. And then a lot of accounts over there aren't even real accounts. So they'll send you an offer, you'll accept it, and it just won't be anything. You'll have no reviews or anything. I don't really know what the point of those is, but someone's got something they're working out. Do you like Nifty better than Prime Lister? It's either Shayna or Shanna. Yes. Yes. Nifty is the number one cross lister. If you talk to any of the big sellers, they will tell you this. Nifty is the number one. Unless Prime Lister's paying them or Vendu's paying them for affiliate things or something, maybe they'll say something different. But I am telling you, as someone that forever didn't get Nifty because I didn't understand why it would be so cool, The only regret I have is that I didn't start it sooner. It sends out all my offers for me. It delists and relists everything for me and will knock things down by a percentage every 30 days. It does all of my cross listing for me, and I use the AI. So these pictures we're taking right now, I'm going to load them up into Nifty this afternoon while I'm having lunch. It's going to populate listings, and then all I have to do is go in, change the title a little bit, change the description, put my keywords from our master keywords list in there, the price, and choose a shipping profile. It takes me like probably 30 seconds to list something. So that means it takes me 30 seconds to list something on the Bay, Poshi, Depopper's, and Urcar eBay. One listing, 30 seconds, 4 platforms. And because I use the AI that they have, I don't have to create the listing. I don't have to go to Sell Similar. I don't have to find it. I don't have to do any of that anymore. I just take pictures, load it up, auto-populate, put my things in, done. If you guys want to try Nifty for free to see if you like it, I have a way for you to do it. They give us, this is what I did. I went off of another reseller's code because Nifty doesn't really advertise. They just have other resellers talk about it. They don't do like advertisements on like Facebook and stuff. So it's not like Vendu where they're paying people to do like, big affiliate videos and stuff like that. Nifty just goes off more of like a word of mouth. And so if you click on Nifty, click on that and then screenshot that so that it'll look like this. So you got to click on it to get it big. Once it's big, you'll see a little link there, and or you can find that link and just in your pictures and just follow it from there. If you go through it this way, you get let's see, what did we get? You get a week free to try it, and then you get 15% off your first month. What's really cool too about Nifty, I don't know if you guys saw this, but they got rid of like all the little credit things, so it wouldn't be complicated anymore. They just have like packages, and you can choose the package you want depending on how big your store is. So billion zillion percent. I would be shocked if I ever changed my mind on this. I don't even know what would have to come along for me to not want to use Nifty. It would have to be like someone doing my listings and pictures for me, maybe, and me doing nothing, because literally Nifty is my assistant. Katie said, it's just strange. Every time I open the app, I have so many ghost offers, no actual real ones. Yeah, and Katie, until you get enough reviews and follows, unfortunately, that happens over there. eBay is the same way at the beginning. So, Luigi, welcome in. I hope they work on that. I know, Nifty all the way. They need to do like the Bay and make them have a credit card charge when offered. Yeah, I don't know why. So here's my only thought on the Depoppers and why they do this. So Depoppers isn't technically just a selling app. It's a social media platform that happens to sell things. So the whole point of Depoppers is for kids to go in, younger people to go in and like things. It's like window shopping, right? Back in the day, we had the mall. We got an Orange Julius and hung out and smoked cigarettes in the parking lot and made out with boys behind the mall, or at least I did. And so that's what it was all about. It was all about hanging out, looking at cute things at Hot Topic and Spencer's and all that kind of stuff, right? Well, that's just not available as much anymore. People don't do that as much. So what do? They're on their phones. And so when people like things and send offers and stuff on Depop, a lot of times it's just them telling you that they like the item. It's not even that they like it. Like, these are the conversations I have on the poppers. Hey, yo, what's lowest? Hey, can't go any lower than 25. That's 25% off. As a small business, that's what I got to do. Great, I'll cop to it. Great, here's offer. Cop to that, it's yours. Great, Riz. I mean, I literally feel like I'm 8 years old talking on there and I have to speak in like weird young people code. But that's what it is. It's them just liking things. Or, yo, I get paid on the 27th of October. Can I get it for that? I'll cop to it on then. Great, yo, sounds awesome. If it's still there, it's yours. Fire. Like, that's the Depoppers. If you don't want to play that game, it may not be the platform for you, because it is about social media. I sell more things over there because I have conversations with people in the chat than I do. eBay people go in and they just buy something. Gen X, what are we doing? We're getting it done. We're buying it. Let's go. Millennials, still, let's get it done. We're busy. We can't afford houses because the market's crazy and we got to work 14 jobs. Then you've got the next generation after that. This younger generation. They're all insane and they speak with things like Ohio and the Riz. None of it makes sense, and they say bro every other word. They call their girlfriends bro and bra. It's weird to me, but it is who they are, and it is their generation. That is who's selling on Depoppers. So you just got to take that all with a grain of salt. Chrysler, welcome in. So that's the only downside is Nifty does not work with Whatnot yet. They are working on it. I promise. I know that she is. That's the only downside is it's not integrated over here. Yeah. Prime Lister is it, it's not that it's bad. It's just the older way of doing it, right? So AI is now so big. They talked about it at the eBay's Opens this last weekend or weekend before. The two things they talked about in all of the ones I watched was AI and keywords. Those are the two things I heard in so many different panels. And so if you're not optimizing your reselling experience by using AI, and I know that eBay's got some ways of doing that, but Nifty's just better. And then if you're not using keywords, whether it's from our master keywords list or you're doing it on your own or however you're doing it, you got to be using it. If you're not doing it, it's not that you're doing anything wrong. You're just missing out. You're behind. You're still, you're still hanging out back in, 2020. It's 2025. Technologies move forward, and that's just the way it goes. So, Kim says, I just got the Nifty and listed 5 items in under 15 minutes on the Poshy and Ricari May. Amazing. Depopper is not being friendly. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Maybe uninstall and reinstall or disconnect and reconnect, Kimmit. But yeah, so Kimmit is saying that they just got Nifty and listed 5 items in under 15 minutes, just doing it on the platforms. So it's so fast. Keywords list. Yes, let's do this. We're going to do something. Now, somebody else already bought the keywords list earlier today. Have you already shipped out the keywords list sales from today? No. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to do this. We're going to run a little flash sale on this because I know that I had a couple people ask me to do this. I feel terrible, so I apologize. I had people ask me to run this on our show on Saturday, and I forgot to do it along with the dog treats because it was just so crazy. So I'm going to do this we'll do this for a minute. We'll run it for a minute. You get a little percentage off. Now, for that person, money bags for you, I think you bought one earlier today. I will just send you a little something extra in with your keywords list as a thank you because you would have purchased it full price. So that you can get it for $15.30. What happens is we will send you a QR code. You QR code it with your special code, and you'll have access to your own personal version of it. Or if you want it sooner, all you have to do is send me a message today on Whatnot, and Justin will make sure you get it today. In that keywords list, you get over 36, 37, I think, aesthetics now. It is over 500 keywords. All you have to do is copy and paste them. Green Thrifty Life, our girl, also made it so that it's all clickable. So if you're not sure, that's what I'm talking about. If you're not sure what a keyword is, if you're like, what is bloatcore? What is a Kubi? What is a Starboy? What is heritage? What is log and look? What is all of these things? If you're not sure, all you gotta do is click on it and it'll take you over to Google Images so you can see what it looks like. And then what I would do if I were you, and I'm not you, but if I were you, I would save them to the notes in your phone. So it's all organized like this. It's organized by category, by word, and all you have to do is copy and paste it. Now, I get this question a lot, so I will say it again. Yes, you want to leave the commas. Always leave the commas. You want the comma in the space. That is how the search engine and the AI bot can find it. If you're not using keywords, I repeat, you don't have to buy my list. It's here. I made it. It's an ever evolving thing. I put new aesthetics in there all the time. We just did it last week. You don't have to get mine. I'm just saying that you need to figure out how to use them then so that you don't end up behind. Jarhead with the keywords list. Shoot me a message today, my friend. I'll make sure you get it. Snappy! It's so weird. Snap, I was just thinking about you. That's so weird because I was thinking, oh yeah, because Snap had asked me about the commas. And we also updated the keywords list too. So those of you that already have it, check your emails because we put new aesthetics in there. I'm always thinking about you, Snappy. Is this a list that is updated? Yes, always. This is for all of lifetime. It is one payment forever. And I go in there, and every time I see new aesthetics come out, some people watch rom-coms. Some people read books. Some people like hiking. I like to watch videos on aesthetics and research where the aesthetic started, why it started, who wears it, why it's popular. It's just, I nerd out on it. I'm fascinated by clothing. It is my thing. And so this is a way for you guys to constantly be up on what aesthetics are popular, what is happening. And if you have followed me long enough, you know that I will tell you when something's going to be on trend. I told everybody we are going to have a huge surge of indie and emo come fall. It is going to happen. And now that we're headed into fall, you guys have probably seen on your TikTokies, your Facebookies, like people being like, I'm an emo kid from 2002. And they got like the shattered bangs. And there's like, you know, My Chemical Romance playing in the back. You have all these bands that are coming back and doing tours. Taking Back Sunday, My Chemical Romance, Good Charlotte just came out with a song. So that is a whole aesthetic. That is a community of people of clothing and stuff. And not just clothing. This is also for hard goods. This is for music. This is for records, vinyls, decorations, all of that. All of those work for that. I also put a holiday one in there. If I were you, if you guys have stuff that's new with tags and you're selling it, there's a Christmas aesthetic now in the keywords list. I would be putting those at the bottom of your listings so that people can find them for gifts. So if you're wondering where we put these, let me show you right now. So let's get to, let me open up a let me open up a listing. Give me just a second here. All right, here we go. Okay, so this is a pair of Nikes that we listed Thursday and they sold yesterday. So these are a pair of Nike shoes. Now, do you know how many Nike shoes there are for sale on the Bay? It's got to be like, I'm going to guess 52,000. Let's go with 52,000. We're going to go with 52,000 and we're going to look it up to see if I'm right. But down here at the bottom, at the very, very bottom of my listing are a bunch of words separated with commas. So these were streetwear, street style, gym, 90s vibes, one word, 80s vibes, one word, because they're a throwback model, outdoor running, jogging, and throwback. Those words right there is what helped me get those shoes sold for, by the way, same price as everybody else's, but mine sold within 2 days because of the keywords. So that's where you put them. Let's take a look. How many Nikes? We're going to go here and we're going to type in Nike running shoes. Ready? Oh, so I was completely wrong. There's 430,000. But you're like, yeah, but separate it. Let's separate it a little bit by women's. Okay, so those were women's shoes. So let's put in women's. Now there's 150,000. And then you're like, yeah, but I mean, make it a little bit smaller. So we're like black and white. So someone's typed in black, white, men's or women's running shoes. There is still 44,000 pairs. By the way, there's a pair of the shoes I just sold almost that exact pair. That's almost exactly the pair. Why did mine sell over that one? Keywords. It's the keywords. It's I'll die on the hill. I'll die on the hill. No one will ever convince me that it's not true. So yes, for the master keyword, Shanna, thank you so much. I appreciate you getting that. So anyone that bought that keywords list, make sure that you Shayna, I think you bought it twice, baby. Did you accidentally buy it twice? If you bought it twice, let me know so we can get you refunded for one of those because you only need it one time. Yeah. Yes. So send me. It can come in an email as well, but you got to message me here on Whatnot. Message me with your Gmail address, and then we'll make sure we get it to you today. So it does come as a QR code as well. So you get a QR code in the mail that's just specially for you and nobody else. So you get that QR code in the mail. But if you want it before then, you just got to message me and Justin will send it out to you today. So yes. Any keyword help for men's Under Armour hoodie? Yes. Let's take a look. Let's head to the master keywords list. Let's take a look. Here we go. So if I'm in my master keywords list and men's Under Armour, so what does that make me think of? Makes me think out of a gym working out, right? So let's go like this. Let's put find a note and let's type in gym. Oh, look at that. Athleisure, loungewear, yoga, performance, gym, and workout. Okay. Well, who else? Who else wears stuff? Who else wears Under Armour? Well, I know that Under Armour is a pretty classic brand. Like most just classic. It's like basic. Oh, look. There's Classic Core. Classic core, classic, basic, preppy, retro, minimalist, minimal, simple, basic, norm core, norm, dad core, casual, everyday. May include preppy, prep, preppy style, cozy core, loungewear, demure if it's soft pink. All right, who else wears it? Let's see. Where else would you wear it? Look, I guess you'd probably wear it outdoors, right? So let's type in outdoor. Oh, look, there's a whole outdoor section as well. So those are all the things I'm going to put in there. Then what is the color of the Under Armour? Is it a specific color of a specific collegiate team? Because then you could put down below like Ohio, Buckeyes, NCAA. You could put in academia, university, frat boy. Like there's so many things because how many Under Armours are there? Yeah, I think you bought it twice. So I think someone bought the keywords list twice accidentally just now, Jess. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so when you guys want to find out what sports team something has, let's say you've got an Under Armour workout and it's yellow and blue. What college team sports has a yellow and blue logo? We're going to type that in. Ready? Here we go. Michigan Wolverines, UCLA Bruins, the San Jose State Spartans, and the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Put those down in there, the very bottom. Hide it in your keywords. It's just a way for you to open yourself up to even a broader amount of people. Still here and Frank and Boxy, but the keyword list is truly invaluable. Thank you, Green Swifty. I'm just happy that it helps you guys out. Sadly, my lunch is done and got to go back to the other job. No worries. J-O-B just overbroke. Crazy is welcome in. 60s here. I don't have an outdoor section. Outdoor is in there. So outdoor would be in Gorp Core. Gorp Core, though, needs to be a little bit more like hunting, fishing, tactical, but you can steal words. That's the thing, too. You can steal words from other ones. So you're like, okay, well, it's not really dad core because it's like for a younger kid. So I'm in preppy. I'm going to take dad core out. So you can take, if a word is in something and it doesn't make sense, you can take that out. Wolverines. Yep. Michigan Wolverines. There you go. So yeah, so outdoor should be in there and it's under Gorp, I believe. But also preppy, prep, college, academia, frat boy, that stuff should be in there as well. And then make sure you guys too are looking at your keywords and make sure that you are that you have the latest update one too. So yes, Revenant. Okay, all right. Next up, we've got this one. I was actually really surprised that this didn't sell because I know what I'll be able to get this for, but I ran this on Whatnot. It didn't sell, but this is going to be a Fruit of the Loom best. Now that tag is probably in between a 99 and a 2003. I would say it's probably 99 to 2003. And it's a Don't Mess with Aggie Moms. So this one, of course, is going to get all of the Texas yummy keywords. It's going to get, Western style, cowgirl, cowboy, mom core, college, academia, football mom. I mean, you name it, this thing's gonna get it all. Oh, I gotta finish this one though too. We didn't even finish this. Wait, honey, she's squirreling. She's squirreling. She does that. All right, let's get a picture here of this here. And did we already get the back? No, so I need to do that too. So there is that. There is that. We're gonna do hips. Let's get them hips. Let's get them hips in there. Hippie, yama. Real pretty marmalade. All right, and then we're going to get the size tag, and then we will move right along. Singing that same old song. South City Girl, welcome in. Okay, we're going to do this here. And this has the UPF50 and all of that good stuff. Let's get that in the image. And boom. And do we have a care tag? Always too, when you guys are doing these, when you're doing clothes, make sure you get a picture of what the item's made out of. Or you're just gonna get messages from people that are like, what material is that? Is that denim? What is it? Like, you're gonna get all of the things. So we're folding that up, getting that into 6x6x2 because you know that that's the magic size. Legos and Life Advice, great to see you. Mo, welcome in, my friend. I hope you are having an absolutely fantastic day. And for those of you that have not done this yet, if you click on that picture there, there's a bell, and you can ring my bell. Ring my bell. And then you'll get notified when we go live, because we do so many community shows, and community shows is just not something that Whatnot pushes out. And so a lot of times you will not get notified if I go live. So you got to click the little bell so that you will. Well, I just love seeing that you're here, Lego. Thanks. Happy to see you. Elite Upscale Resale. Ooh, good to see. Nice name. I like that. Okay, so we're going to get our shirt up here. So we're going to make sure we get a picture of the logo of this. Oh, there it is. There's the thing right there. There's the number, 2003. So what did I say? I think I said 99 to 2003, or did I say 2001? I can't remember. All right, I was close though. We were close. All right, so I'm gonna get a picture of this here, and this is gonna be my opener. And you will sell more T-shirts if you're selling graphic T-shirts, and you're not getting pictures of the actual item, like where the, like we call that like the money shot. You got to get the money shot, right? We want to show that because that is going to stop people in their tracks. If you're doing this photo, and we like to have our shirts kind of loose hang, it's just more trendy. If you've got this as your opening photo, this is not going to stop people in their tracks like that is. That is a showstopper. That is a scroll stopper. That is just a, hey, this is what the whole t-shirt looks like. Yeah, so Kimmy is less of a mouthful to say. Legos, I'm just gonna always call you Legos. I love calling you guys by the nicknames. It's fun. I think I like it. Like, I've tried to call people by their names and it feels so weird to me. Like, or Lala. That's funny. One of my really good friends' name is Lala. So she's Laura, though. That's funny. But Legos and Life Advice, her nickname's Lala, honey. All right, then we're going to get a picture of the tag here. And then we're going to get a picture. Also, when you do close or you do things, make sure you get the dates in there, too. What are you barking at? Are you just waiting? Are you being a pitiful child that's waiting for someone to feed you a treat? All right, so we're going to do shoulders. We're going to do length. And then we're going to do chest. Then we'll do the back of the shirt. Bang, bang, bong. All right, and there's that. And done skis. And done skis. Also, if you guys buy treats or tip or something happens and I don't see it, please let me know. Because if my back's turned, I can't see it. And then I feel terrible when I get to the end if I didn't notice it. So just let me know if that happens. All right. Then we're going to fold it up 6x6x2. That is our magic number. And in the bag, she goes, yo. In the baggeth, she goeth. And picture of that. Done and done. All right. Next up here, we've got a cute little Massimo dress. This is like a really sweet little thing here. Now, let's do this. For those of you that have the master keywords list, what would you guys find in the master keywords list that would help you? So if you look at this pattern right here, what would you guys call this? What comes to mind? And if you don't have the keywords list, just what does this style, what does that remind you of? Katie says boho. Okay. So let's take a look here. So we'll get this up here. And get her all looking like the fancy queen that she is. Like a fresh Georgia peach. All right, let's take a look. Yes, very boho. Okay, so if we go in, now most people would just put boho, right? But just boho is on 50 million pieces of clothing. If I type in boho in here, I am going to get 1.5 million hits, right? Because most people are going to put boho in their title or maybe down in the description. However, if you're awesome and you have the master keywords list, you will find there is a whole section of boho that you can use that other people aren't using. Just the people that use our master keywords list, which it's a small group of us, y'all. It's not like we've got hundreds and hundreds of people using this, right? So if we look here, these are all the words that you can put in to also get it sold. So just boho, ready? Boho chic, one word, bohemian, hippie, login look, earthy, boho fashion, boho jewelry, if it was jewelry, embroidered, if it is, neutral, minimalist. If it's kind of quirky and fun, you could also put Phoebe Buffet, Central Perk, Friends reference, 1990s or 90s style. So that is under boho. And then let's say that you're like, okay, well, it's also kind of hippie. Let's see if we can find anything under hippie. So I go in here and I'm looking under hippie. I've got festival, music festival, Coachella. That doesn't really fit, but it is kind of fairycore a little bit. Like it's got that kind of cute a little fairy. There's something a little whimsical to it. So you could also put whimsical in there. You could put cottage core. You could put a little cottage core in there because it's got a little bit of a cottage feel to it. And also has kind of a little bit of a preppy feel to it. So we could also type in preppy, and then that's going to bring us up to all of the preppy ones. And let's take a look here. Here we go. Preppy style, academia, Ivy League, university, career, schoolgirl. This is also could be classified as almost whimsy goth. Is pushing it. We've got, and then all over print, because this is an all over print item. So all of those things in there, if you put that in, your searches are going to be way smaller. Like if I go with, let's put in a kind of a strange, here, we're going to put in a one that's probably not used as much. So we're going to do, this does not fit this, but we're going to use a non-used one as well as much. So I'm typing in goblin core. Now goblin core is an aesthetic. It's an actual aesthetic. You can look it up. There's only 5,900. So if you had an item that had a goblin core look to it, and you were to use that keyword, you are now only competing with 5,900 pieces, which is nothing. So putting those little words in there really makes a big difference. Learning aesthetic and adding keywords is adding to list time. However, I'm learning and getting faster. It'll take time. It's just like anything in the beginning, but you're going to get to a point where you're like me, where you can just rattle them off. And it's so fast and it's so quick because your brain already knows them, right? So yeah, it's going to take you a second and a minute to get to know it. The other thing that you guys can do is on your keywords, if you need to put clues next to the keywords, if you're like, okay, kidcore, I can never remember what that is, put some things next to it that make you think of what kidcore is, so that when you go to list something, you're like, okay, what was that thing? It was like a color blocking aesthetic, but I can't remember what it was. Write color block. So write yourself little code things, and then when you go up here and you search to find it in your notes and you click here, you could find it in the note and just be like, you type in color block, and then all you got to do is copy and paste those words in. You're like, oh yeah, kidcore. That's right. That's what it was. Yeah, so hippie's in there. Let me take a look here. Hippie's going to be underneath a couple aesthetics because it's not really technically its own aesthetic because it fits into other ones. So if I go HIPPIE, so hippie is in the boho and bohemian category. Then it's also in the cosplay or festivals category. I think that's the two that it's in. Yeah. So, because I didn't make hippie its own aesthetic, because hippie is more of it's like a sub aesthetic of boho, or at least that's how my brain thinks of it. And then also I think of it as like Coachella, EDM, rave, that kind of stuff too. Now, and with hippie, you could also do like 70s nostalgia. You could put the eras in there as well. Dizzy! Welcome to the party. Awesome Finds is here. Hey, babe. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so we're going to get pictures of our dress here. And then, of course, we're going to drop down the exposure a little bit on this because otherwise it is going to look really too light. So what I'm going to do is we're going to get up close here. I know this seems so crazy, and you guys are going to be like, why is she doing that for her opening photo? So I am going to not, this is not going to be my opening photo. My opening photo is going to be that. Because that right there is what stops people, is the look. The look is what you want. All right, now we're going to measure. Here is this and that. So we're going to do that. We're going to do the bust area, which is not pit to pit. So there's that. And then we're going to do waist area. And then we will do total length of dress. Oh, there's like a, do you think we should get the spider web off of there? Should we get the spider web off or should we leave it? I think we should get the spider web off. That's funny. There's like a little spider web on it. All right, I'm going to do length. And, oops, what's happening here? Come on. What are you doing? Length. And then I also on dresses like to show kind of how far they flow out. I think that it gives people an idea of kind of how much of a twirl it's going to have. All right, there's that. And then we're going to do a picture of the back, and then we will do the care tag. Here's like a giant spider web on this dress, honey. All right, and the picture of the tag. Oh, did you remember to take the garbage out? Justin! Did you remember to take the garbage out?
No.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Good boy.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. You remembered, because if you didn't, I would have heard, oh, sheet. I would have heard it, oh, sheet. And then, does this have a care tag in it? Do you have a care tag? Are you care tagless? Where is your care tag? I don't think that you have one. You got nothing. You got nothing. All right. No care tag it is. Maurice! What in the HE double hockey sticks you up to? You know him so well. We have been together for 87 years, so that is why. We've become the same person at this point. All right, here's that. Okay, all right, drink a coffee, and I'm getting hungry. Your girl is getting hungry. All right, I think I may pause, you guys. I think I'm gonna pause and go get lunch, and then I'll see you guys back on here tomorrow. I am super hungry. I'm just starving. Like, the breakfast at 7 has worn off. It is now almost 1 o'clock. I need to eat something. Yeah, this is 87 years. All right, you guys, before I go, what's planned this week? We're gonna have a great week, you guys. I've got so many clothes. We're gonna do shoes again this week as well. We are gonna have fun. We're gonna have laughs. We're gonna have jokes. We're gonna have celebrations. We're gonna have songs. Before I go, did I miss any dog treats? Did I miss anybody? Anne's got the master keyword list. Perfect. Did I miss anybody's treat buys? JAH, Nikki. I just want to make sure I didn't miss any treat buys. Because I missed them. You guys, they were so neglected. If you have not had a chance to go see the latest video we put up on our YouTube or our Insta or our TikToky, you should go check it out. It's all about the sadness of the dogs. Okay, we're gonna head out of here. Here's what I'm gonna ask you guys to do. If you would do me a favor, because you're all amazing, and just stay in this person's show for like a minute, because it'll help my algorithms for these community shows, and it'll help the person I'm rating into. When I rate into people and everybody leaves, it tells whatnot that I make poor choices for people, and it tells whatnot that next person isn't good, and that's not true. It's just how the algorithm works. It is an algorithm, not a human, right? So if you wouldn't mind, I appreciate it. Yeah, I will do the heartstrings. I will do the tiny violin every single time. So make sure you guys say hello from me. Say you're part of the Nice Comps crew. We're going to raid in somebody here, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Let's take a look and see if I've got somebody that I have not raided before. Oh, you know what? This is a friend of ours. We're going to do this. We've done them before, but I just love them to pieces. There's only 2 people in the show, so we want to give them some love, you guys. We're going to select our friends, Wells Treasure Troves. We're going to pop in here for women's fashion. I love you guys. See you tomorrow. Thank you for the purchases and the amazingness. Love you guys.